the week before we were really going at it, and in the pre-show, everybody hits me up and says, "Why don't you fuck with Dan anymore? That used to be the best." Because back in the day, I used to fuck with Dan all the time, trying to trigger him because he was very angry, and I started taking hits at him here and there a little bit. And right in the pre-chat to get him started, I was like, Dan was talking. I said, "Dan, you just burp?" He goes, "No." I said, "Oh, I thought I smelled some dick." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna set it off." And then he said something, and I said something back at him, and he said something to me, and I forgot what he said, because 10 beers later, everything starts blurring on me. So then, I let him get his moment. He was smiling. Everybody's like, "Ooh, Dan." And I said, a little bit later, and we were talking some memories type shit, and I said, "Dan, you remember your first blowjob?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah. How long did it take for the guy to come?"
Jesus Christ.
I stole that joke straight from Sopranos, but it worked perfectly because I was just like, "You thought you had, I got you," and that was it. He said
gotcha, bitch.
He said nothing to me the rest of the show.
But then, we need to add that to our questions.
Yeah, after that we were cool. We were cool as fuck afterwards. It's like that's what Dan gets it. I'm like, dude, people love to hear this shit. I still love you to death.
Since the dawn of time, things have happened. People have talked about those things. First with cave paintings, then with language, writing, and art. In our time, we use the internet. From the depths of nerdom come four guys who'll talk about things too. World-famous internet celebrity Justin L. The destroyer of BotCon, Bedbugs. A man who rejects the concept of catch and release, Justin Catfish. And the customizing powerhouse, Mako Aspire. And Tyler F. This is Totally Alpha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TKO Podcast. This is episode number 29. I'm your host, your favorite, Justin L.
Nigga, please.
With me tonight, we've got some very special guests. But first, going to let you know that Catfish is not here tonight. He's mourning a loved one, so everybody send your positive vibes and thoughts and prayers to him. And we don't have four people, so going clockwise and counterclockwise don't make as much sense. I guess we will start with Chris. How you doing this week?
I'm just fucking fabulous.
Nice.
If we could figure out some things, that'd be a lot better.
Man, I didn't even use your nickname this time. I meant to mess it up. I'm sorry.
That's alright. You can fuck it up later.
Yeah, I will. I promise. And next, we have Bedbugs. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy week. Getting all kinds of tax returns done as usual.
Nice.
You may actually be able to file somebody's return and deliver them their fucking refund.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I actually do have quite a few of my clients from the accounting office are actually on my mail route.
Do you judge them by what they get in the mail?
No, I judge them based on what they spend their money on.
Leather Slut Monthly.
Oh, dude.
I think I win.
I seen that for the first time. I forgot how many weeks I've been doing this. The mail route.
Look, the faggot's here.
I win.
But for the first time last week on the mail route, I seen there was at least 3 people that got some smutty stuff in the mail.
Nice. I didn't know you still got smut that way.
Oh, it was like advertisements for like DVDs and shit.
Nice.
You know what? Kids these days are not going to know the fucking joy of going out into the fucking woods and finding that grown-up kids stash of fucking porno mags and used fucking condoms and...
Fuck, I always just got them from my dad.
Yeah, but Chris, it's kind of creepy that you still show up there now.
Well, I just say, don't be like me, kids.
All right, so look who finally showed up. I guess we will. This is our special guest host because Catfish couldn't make it. He's practically the same thing.
Pretty much.
He's like a knockoff.
Yeah. I don't know what his nickname is, so we'll just go by Dustin. Because I can't remember what your answer to question number 1 was when you were on.
DA works.
Okay, dumbass it is.
Perfect.
How are you doing this week, dumbass?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I've had a pretty busy week.
Nice. All right. So up next, we have probably one of the hardest working guys in Facebook. One of the original founders of the ROC. We got Dustmightz here.
Yo. Guys, you didn't tell me you're going to book 2 Dust on one show.
Yeah.
He stole your thunder.
Dustin takeover.
Yeah, this is going to get a little confusing.
Well,
Just don't cross the streams.
Right.
What's up, guys? Finally, I made it, man. You didn't bump me for a dancing bear or something.
The bear had to cancel, unfortunately.
Yeah, the bear canceled.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a seal that smokes cigarettes.
No, man, we already got Dustin on.
Right.
Hey, thanks, guys, for having me on.
Hey,
It's
man,
something
thanks for
fucking
coming
fun.
on.
Oh, no doubt, man.
All right, so I guess let's go next. We'll go, what'd you waste your money on this week? I'll go in the same order. We'll start with Chris.
I didn't get a goddamn thing.
So you're 0 Spire?
Yep. No aspirations.
All right.
Let's see. I acquired another Kobe tank set. This time I bought from Amazon. I got the British Centurion. It was a really fun build, and didn't get anything Transformers related at all this week. Haven't really had time to go shopping at all. So that's it.
Nice.
How many kraut tanks do you have?
I don't have any yet, but that's because they kind of scalp those ones. They're a little bit more higher priced just because they know everybody likes the kraut tanks more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were better, weren't they?
For the most part.
They didn't win, that's for sure. They weren't that damn good.
But yeah, it's definitely on the list. There's several Tigers that they've released through Kobe, and I'd like to get a few of them just because they look really nice.
Got to get a Tiger, a Panzer.
You know, the whole thing about, the Germans, I am German myself, I'm half German, so the Germans, what the war was, it's like, here they are, the Germans are taking and going to war. Like, all right, those Germans are fucking crazy. Who are they going? They're going against the world. You know what I mean? and then a couple of decades later, you know what they did? They tried it again. So shout out to them for being determined, Fucking crazy Germans.
Maybe they believe in flat Earth. Not hard to manage if it's flat.
They had better guns at the time.
Yeah, nothing like trench warfare to get you going, right?
Yeah. So, all right. What'd you get, Dustin?
I got married.
You got married?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Nice. So she got half your stuff this week.
That was Dustin, not Dustmightz, by the way.
Yeah.
So he definitely spent the most money this week.
Yeah, I did spend the most money this week.
I don't know. He went to Vegas.
You're making it sound very like you're very surprised. Did you or did you not know you were getting married?
No, it was. Oh, I knew. It was just kind of one of those things where I never thought it would happen, and finally bit the bullet.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get married or divorced. Guess what? It happened.
I'm hoping not to get divorced.
So, Dust, you got 100% completion on that game.
Oh, yeah, I got the achievement popped up.
Dude, I'm going for the fucking bonus rounds. I'm married, divorced, and then married again.
Oh, you fucking dumb fuck.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
There won't be a third.
See, that was a problem with me. With my ex-girlfriend, I wouldn't commit, so after 9 years, it's kind of like I got divorced again, so.
Oh, no. Say, I like my stuff. You can't have any of it.
You know what's funny was like when me and my ex separated, my ex-wife, we kept it cool between us and all. We just realized that we got together super young, early 20s, and when we got to our 30s, we just started separating and realizing that this might have been a mistake. And you get to 30, you mature a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, we made a list. All right, you do this, you do this. Even though we were still cool, we didn't want to see each other at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, you got 3 hours. I'll come back. I came back. Everything we discussed, nah. This bitch left me with a frying pan with no handle.
Yeah.
Everything.
Savage.
Oh, yeah. The couch with the rip in it, I got it. Shit like that, So, shout out to that cunt.
I got lucky in mine. Mine just, left with her shit and left all the fucking furniture in the apartment, all that fucking shit. Didn't call me back. She actually paid for the divorce. I had to pay for the bankruptcy because she fucking bankrupted us.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem. Yeah, that's one of the issues that I had going for many, many years after that, was trying to get out from under that rock.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not going to blame it just on her because, I was in that relationship too, but it was a lot of stupid stuff on both of our parts, but it took me quite a long time.
Yeah, I'll never be divorced. I might be widowed a few times, but I'll never be divorced.
Make sure you get that shovel and lime ready.
Keep it on my
Sounds
shit.
scary.
Nah, I don't never have no problems around here. I'm pretty lucky.
Well, congratulations, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, man.
And thanks for packing the TKO shirt.
Oh yeah, I rocked it.
Did you wear it when you got married?
No, actually, I didn't.
He wore it afterwards, and then he cleaned himself up with it.
All weekend.
Did you at least wrap it around your head like a do-rag when you got married?
No, I did wear a Transformers belt buckle.
Nice.
And or a Decepticon one.
Do me a favor,
made
man.
by Calvin Johnson CK1s.
One time when you're fucking railing your old lady, make sure she's laying on the shirt, so that way when you're knocking the bottom out of it, a little bit of the juice slides onto the shirt.
So it'll splash.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can do that.
Cool.
And then put it in a bag and save it for
too.
Chris, so I can smell it.
I don't want to smell
She'd be
it.
down.
Yeah, you do. Gross. Y'all are gnarly. All right, so I guess last but not least, Dust, what'd you get this week?
Absolutely fucking nothing. I bought a $70 bag of cat food.
Nice. How's it taste?
It's delicious.
Is it gold-plated cat?
It's delicious. It's disrupting this bladder stone I have, and someday, hopefully by next week, I'll be peeing back in the box.
Nice.
I know. I have a cat that has a urinary problem, so I had to buy this $70 bag of cat food. It's a 17-pound bag, though. That's what the woman said to me. I threw up in my fucking mouth. She told me how much. I said, "Is there a smaller bag?" Of course not.
Poor kitty.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it works.
Hope she likes that fish. She's going to be eating it for a while, huh?
Yeah, well, we're going to make sure this problem goes away. I tried that over the fucking counter, fucking Purina shit, UTI shit. They don't like that shit. It's like, I put this down, they both come running. I'm like, all right, we're both good. You're all good.
It's worth the money then, man.
Yeah, slide over there. Let me get in here.
Can you imagine, though, you buy that fucking $70 bag and you come home and the cat won't eat it?
What a cat today. That's all I need. Guess where she's getting buried? In the $70 bag of cat food. There it goes.
Well, at least you got a bag to put her in.
Oh, God, man.
Yikes.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you an hour ago?
All right, I guess maybe we should move on to the news now.
Hold up. What'd you get this week, JL?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got.
This week, Dale?
Hey, Justin, what'd you get?
Yay. I actually didn't get anything until about an hour and a half ago. I got a little box from Spiros, who lives down in Florida. And he sent me a Black Series Praetorian Guard, the one with the long staff. And I also got the new Powder Primes tailgate, and then the two little guys that combine that I can't remember their names. And they're pretty cool, actually. The tailgate's pretty nice for a mainline Chug Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And the little guys that combine, they're not nearly as deformed as I thought they would be to have that gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually kind of cool too. But the Black Series guard is actually, I have 2 figure arts. Actually, all my Star Wars are figure arts except for Snoke. I only have a couple though. I got 2 guards.
Look at
Ray
you.
and Kylo. Yeah, I know.
Snobby,
Man.
huh? Snob. You're a Star Wars snob.
No, man.
Gotta
Like,
be. It's reach for what?
well, I tried a couple of the Black Series figures, like the older ones now. I mean, like the older Rey and Finn, and they just. I don't really venture out of Transformers very often, and if I do, I've got to be really, really, really happy with it.
Sure. Otherwise, it just sits in a fucking on your desk in a pile.
Yeah, and that's how some of the Chug stuff ends up with me. So I don't want to do that again with Star Wars.
You know, I mean, Chuck, that honestly, in my opinion, that stuff is made for that. It's playability. You want to play with it. You want to be able to fuck around. It's not like well, I do have a Masterpiece figure on my desk, but it's not like just laying there, just.
I'm the same way with the Chug. Like, I like the MP stuff and the third-party stuff, and I mess with it a little bit. But for the most part, that's all mostly for display. If I ever am, like, messing around with stuff, I'm usually messing with the Chug stuff on the couch.
Oh, for sure.
But that Praetorian Guard, he's a great-looking figure. He's just not very posable. But it's going to do the job of just standing there and looking menacing.
Yeah, that's all it needs to do.
And I got a bottle of Pinnacle Vodka this week because I wanted to step my game up just a hair.
Is that in the $9 range a bottle now?
Yeah, trying to kick the bum vodka.
Yeah, no, it's actually only it was on sale for the same price as a normal gut swill that I usually drink. I usually like Gordon's. Like, I've always liked Gordon's.
Is that the one with the fucking hog on it?
No, the Gordon's, I don't think it has anything. It has like a fake English crest on it.
What's like the vodka or the gin with the fucking the side view of a fucking boar or something like that?
I don't know, man.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Now you're gonna make me Google that.
We
maybe
might
I'm
not have that here.
Yeah, or maybe they stopped making it 20 years ago. You remember, I'm old.
It's swine swill out of Trenton.
Pig on a liquor bottle. Send. Maybe I
swear
should
to
ask
God,
Cortana.
if a picture of me comes up on there, you better not say anything. Pig on a liquor bottle.
0?
Sounds like a job for James.
Yeah, maybe for the picture art, we'll ask him. So, I guess we're ready to move on to the news then?
Yep.
Yay.
I'm the conductor of the train, yay. Alright, so we have Hasbro reveals at Toy Fair.
Cute.
Yeah, they actually do got a lot of decent stuff coming out. We saw I guess that's still Power of the Primes, Predaking.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the rest of their Abominus, which actually looks pretty good. You hush. And we saw their the ultimate. What the hell is that Optimus called? Optimal Optimus. Then we saw, I think it's Flamestar, Firestar, whatever the hell her name is.
Firestar.
Firestar.
But they're calling her Nova Star now.
She's in the comics, right? That's the Nautica's friend or whatever that showed up out of nowhere.
Well,
she wasn't.
They wrote her in, but she was a G1 original Fembot.
Yeah.
And then we got the rest. We got the rest of the little. So I can't ever remember shit when it's my turn to do this. The rest of the Pretender shells, little guys, which I actually think those are really cool for my desk at work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's it for now. But I got pictures here if everybody wants to talk about what we got here.
And Power of the Primes just isn't doing it for me, man.
I think this stuff looks a whole lot better than the last wave.
I think it's probably the lack there of cons, and I'm not really interested in the Terracons, so I mean,
what do you mean?
No, it's not doing it for me.
What the fuck are you talking about? Lack of cons. Predaking and Abominus. You got fucking.
It's all cons. It's all cons. It's all the cons versus Optimal Optimus and Firestar.
Even the little fucking pretenders are all cons.
Let me rephrase that. They're a bunch of cons I'm not interested in.
Gotcha.
All right, that makes sense.
And then I don't know, man. They're just looking really fucky, man.
I'm
just
fine with
getting worse.
I don't mean to. Can I cut in here real quick?
Go for it.
Back on the pig on the bottle. It is Gordon's London Dry Gin. Google that shit. Google that shit. I'm not crazy. I'm not old. I'm not senile yet.
Well,
I'm not drunk.
when I'm looking at that bottle, I'm usually wasted. So
Yeah, you drink the fucking shit. You didn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Now, is it Gormans or Gortmans or
Gordon's.
Gordon's.
Oh, it has that. It's a little pig that almost looks like a freaking like a coat of arms or some shit.
A side profile of a pig. That's what I said. Like a razorback.
like a cop?
Maybe I might still have a bottle under the seat in my car. I'll go look in a minute.
Speaking of razorbacks, we're now looking at the power of the prime. See the segue there?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
One.
nice.
Razorback, razor claw, same shit. Just razor.
Yes. Now, since we're speaking of Razor Claw, I think out of the Predacons, he is the weakest link. I mean, look at Razor Claw. It's more like Razor Paw. Not to fucking sound gay, but I mean, look at those little fucking tiny nubs for claws on his thing.
They definitely, when they were designing this thing, they weren't going for that mode. That's for sure.
No.
I think they started with combined and they worked their way down.
Yep.
But what I was saying was, with this set is, it's definitely going to be like the Devastator set where it was together, it looked okay, and then when you got it separate, oh, this mode's good, but then oh boy, so it's gonna have an oh boy mode,
Yep.
I think it looks like a lot of fun though, and that's why I think this stuff is really made.
The right show.
Well, the Predaking, honestly, unless you're just a really big fan of Predaking, I don't see this going over too well in comparison to Devastator. But because I have the MMC one, and that's going to be my Chug Predaking forever. So I don't really have any use for this one because it's a lot bigger, and I think the MMC one scales much better with the other Combiner War combiners. So I'm definitely going to get Abominus. I still have to go back and track down a Computron to go against them. Probably going to get the Japanese version, but I'll probably pass on the Optimus Optimal, probably get the Fembots and the Pretender Shells, and that's probably it from what I see in Toy Fair.
I mean, I was thinking it was going to be a train wreck, and when I saw the picture that we're looking at right now here, I was like, well, it's not that fucking bad. And then when you start analyzing, and then you start getting, the wings aren't big enough, and this thing, and the thing is too small. And now I like the way the torso looks, and of course, it from what I heard, it isn't like the bottom parts of the legs, like the thighs, connected to the lower bots.
Yes.
Yeah, those legs
backs.
are part of the bot.
If you scroll down past that section of pictures, there's
okay.
one
We got
individual
more
picture.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we complained that combined modes weren't working that well, and they weren't sturdy, but yeah.
Look, Headstrong's
That looks
just
like a pretty solid.
He's just going for a little scuba thing.
Yeah,
It looks like a pretty solid connection, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he's got a little something hanging out there.
He's well endowed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's not something that I'm going to buy, but, as much as I'm not a fan of this stuff, I still look at this stuff and, I'll still look at it in the store, still look at it when it's coming out and be like, yeah, I mean, this is all right. It's not for me anymore, but, yeah, nice stuff.
I just try to think, when I was a kid, though, I would have killed another kid for that set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Versus what we've actually played with that we all love so much, and I've got one on the shelf.
Yeah, that is
But
the only...
imagine how fun that is if you're a kid.
Yeah, that is the only fucking measuring stick I hold these figures up to, is the originals. Their fucking original Predacons were fucking bricks.
Everything was.
Yeah, it's definitely toy reminiscent. They definitely went for that toy look.
That Abominus actually looks pretty good. Seriously, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
I just got Orden, and I love Orden. He's on a different level, but that Abominus looks more like what I'd imagine a modern G1 Abominus would than even Orden does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. After a longer look at here, the Abominus does look like I might have to obtain it.
Well, I love their members individually. I want a little Blot, man. Blot's my favorite Abominus member.
I mean, all three fucking
Only
modes
character I had when I was a kid.
of the Terracons look good. And
Blot's the one that I keep losing. I've found two of them in the wild, on vacation, and I get home and then I lose them. I don't know what the hell happened to them. I think maybe they're alive. They're just running away. No Abominus for you. So all right. I guess with this, is anybody going to buy any of these?
I'm not going to get the Predaking just because I already have all three modes in various versions of Feral Rex. I'll definitely get the fembots. I'll probably get Abominus. I want the Alita. But that's about it. I have no interest in the fucking Monkey Prime.
I think the Monkey Prime looks kind of neat.
Mm.
Right, anybody else?
Well, I already listed what I was gonna get.
He wasn't listening.
No. That's
All
why,
of
that's
them.
why I listened to the show afterwards.
All of them.
You don't even have to ask me, because
Yeah, no.
that's not happening.
Are you gonna get them, Justin?
I'll probably get the fembots, and I'm probably getting the Abominus. Actually, I'm probably getting everything but Predaking.
Even the primal.
I might. I do like that primal. It looks kind of cool. It's going to be a leader, though, so when they get up to leader class price, like $40, $50, I start really thinking about it.
Mm.
But it's cool that this Optimal Optimus comes with a little Optimus Primal. And even though you just shove him on his back, it is kind of cool that you get Optimus Primal and Optimal Optimus in the same figure.
Doesn't he turn into the surfboard?
I don't know. They have him on a little clear surfboard looking thing.
No, I thought you could put it in his back, and then it also turns into the surfboard.
Maybe.
When he's in the big prime mode. You know, he had that surfboard he fucking flew around on.
But that was the
Does that
original
make
that was the original Transmetal that had the surfboard.
Didn't he
This
have
one-
it too? I don't know. I'm not the biggest Beast Wars guy.
I don't think this one had the surfboard because it had its own flight mode. Because
It was the other one, the little guy. The little guy. That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was. The little
The
guy.
little Transmetal monkey.
See, now, I might get that fucking thing and then just repaint it to proper Optimus colors. Because it'd be cool to have a monkey Optimus, but I have no attachment to the Beast Wars shit at all.
So you'd make this red and blue like the primal prime,
Yeah.
the 3H repaint.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody gonna... Hey, Dustin, you gonna get somebody to make you a bong out of that combiner leg?
I've already seen like people doing memes of that shit already.
Justin said Dustin, not Dust. Okay, so
Yeah. I'm a card. We need another name for you, Dustin. What's your middle name?
All my friends call me DA, man. So I mean that works for me.
That's just as many syllables as Dustin.
all right, Da's in the house.
Ta-da!
Da works too. I've heard that a lot.
Das Vidanya.
Hey, host, how you doing?
Yeah, I think we should move on to the next segment.
Still with us, host?
Yeah. All right, so next up, we have an announcement from MMC. It's their Studio Ox Azalea, which is their, I guess, going to be Masterpiece style RC.
Looks pretty
And
good.
it looks all right. Looks pretty good. I'm still buying the fans' toys.
Yeah, what's up with the Codex pad in the front? Remember back in the day, they used to wear them with these little harnesses.
Yep.
Hey, yo,
The
is there a
sanitary
string hanging
belt.
out of-
Yes.
Sure.
What was it called?
Sanitary belt.
Sanitary belt. There it is.
Ain't nothing sanitary going on there.
Nope. Not one bit.
You talking about the string hanging out of her?
No.
Look at the first picture. It's like this little tampon string
Yeah,
hanging out of her.
you know when I posted this in the ETR chat, the first one to go right into it was Jisk. He's like, "Yo, man, what's going on over here?"
I wish that they would have just made this an even more so IDW, because their first Azalea I really never thought was that accurate to the comic. It resembled it, but it was still more their own thing. I would be more excited if this was more of an IDW style again.
I think that black thing is the stand, and it's scaring me that the figure needs a stand to stand up, because I've seen other pictures where it had a clear stand. So it's
But
just
should,
Actually, it
Okay.
might just be a piece of black plastic on the back of the leg.
well, it shouldn't need a stand with them damn die-cast legs. Look at them things.
well, it looks like the stand comes down and it folds back towards. It seems like it just disappears. They did a really shitty job of photoshopping it.
Tell you what, she got
Yeah,
some
there's
fucking.
definitely something lurking back there.
She got some childbearing hips on though.
Yeah. You know, looking at the comparisons, I'm still on board with Fans Toys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
There's certain things about the Fans Toys I don't like, but I like more of what I'm seeing here from these other companies. I just think MMC's done, man, in my opinion.
I hope not, though. I need the rest of my IDW stuff.
Well, see, that's where they should fucking stay in their lane and continue with the IDW stuff. Don't veer off into this.
Like, I haven't, the only MMC, I only have 2 MMC MP bots left, like, in my lineup, and that's going to be Trailbreaker and, what's the other one I bought? Trailbreaker and the Mirage, which I think the Mirage will be hard to ever beat.
Yeah. No, I think that's when they actually were on top of their game. They fucking peaked with that figure.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they're going to, I mean, everybody was so excited when they got that. They're like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. And then they released their fucking Hoist and Trailbreaker that were fucking train wrecks.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind that Trailbreaker. He stands there.
Yeah, but you know what? Hold Sphinx and then hold that.
Oh, I know.
What do you think about the Rumble
and I'm not
Frenzy?
talking about weight. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about weight. I'm just talking about the feel of the figure.
How solid does it feel?
Yeah, I'm very tempted on those guys. They look pretty damn good. The price point's a little too high. I think the battery gimmick with the pounders, and then they threw in those little ground molds just to like kind of, say, hey, it's $60,
Well, I have them and they're fucking excellent. I didn't know if you'd seen them yet or not.
I've seen pictures. I've watched the videos, but I have not held them in my hand. I'm going to wait until NJCC to make my decision. I'm not mad at the height. Can it be a half a head or maybe a head smaller? Yeah, but honestly, and I think what Bobby did on his video was very smart, showing it, the way they are with the group, and then comparing it to the MPs with the group. You know what I mean? Did that comparison.
Mm-hmm. Those MPs are remarkable for their size, but I still think they're a little too small.
Oh, too small, dude. Way too small. I sold my Jaguar because I thought it was just way too big. Like, when it comes to the Laserbeak and Jaguar, to me, it just doesn't.
Especially the birds. They're way too big.
Yeah. I like Jaguar, but I don't want the birds.
Yeah.
Like, when you put those guys on your shelf and they're in front of the squad, you're going to be like, yeah, it's going to give you the feels right there. Mm-hmm. It really is. Because I think if you look at some of the animation cells, they come up to about Soundwave's crotch area. So
yeah.
Well, Rumble was big enough to have a fight with Hound. Yeah.
Well, then again, we are going by the G1 cartoon. Size may vary.
So who's getting this?
Not me.
Who's buying the Asterix repaint at the next TFCon? Because I might do that.
It's got die-cast in the legs, man.
Looks like she just had a real bad accident.
So you're expecting that the Paradron Medic will be the TFCon exclusive?
Yeah, I might buy a repaint of this because I don't think Fans Toys is gonna I don't think, but I don't know. It is Fans Toys too, but I don't think they're gonna repaint that RC a whole lot. But I think MMC will repaint their RC 100 times.
They did it with their first one.
Mm-hmm.
Think anyone will do a Nightbird out of their RCs?
Oh, I don't think Fans Toys will, but I think MMC might. Fans Toys don't really seem to do obscure characters or like characters that aren't like really popular,
Yeah.
And I don't think that everybody in the fandom is like wanting a Nightbird that bad, especially $100-something Nightbird.
Nope.
I got the Takara Legends Nightbird. That thing's fine. That's all the Nightbird I'll ever need.
Justin, stop talking for everybody.
Yeah, that's my job.
Speaking of your job,
goddamn good at it too.
So nobody's in here for this, right?
We're keeping it rolling.
Yeah. So next up, here's something that I can't afford: the Imaginarium Art Skywarp statue.
Wow.
Looks good.
fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It is beautiful. If it was like $200, I'd buy it.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I wish they would do fucking like resin statues like this. I don't need it to fucking be fantastic. Just fucking make me something that looks cool.
I wish the sculptor that makes these would go work for one of the third-party companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because that looks great, but that's like a couple cases of fucking Fans Toys Jetfire. I'm good.
What is the price on this thing?
The rest of them are like $1,000, ain't they? I don't imagine this one will be any cheaper.
Yeah. Wasn't was it TF Source or BBTS was running Prime for like $300 or something for a couple of days?
What?
Yeah, it was
I
some
didn't know
sort of
about
sale. Yeah, I believe it was their Prime of this, the Imaginarium art.
That's really cheap, because I thought they were like $1,000.
Yeah, they're like $2.99. I don't know if the sale's still going on, but that was last week. I don't know if I'm coming or going anymore.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
A fucking rough week.
So does everybody want to pitch in a few $100s and buy this together?
No.
Sure, I'll take it the first quarter of the
Never
first
said
month,
it.
and
The second person will get it broken in the mail.
yeah.
That'd be sad as hell, man.
Yeah, if money
That's
was no
okay.
object, this would be mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot of money to just throw around for a statue.
Yeah.
I just want to know what type of collector is buying this shit,
Oh yeah, rich fucks.
Statue.
Well,
Well,
speaking
or they're getting it free. Hey guys, check it out.
speaking of what collectors are buying this shit, we have the Transformers War for Cybertron. They're doing a vote for
look at this.
your
Fucking
favorite 2-pack.
Segue without even fucking doing it. All right, nice. Good.
Yeah.
You gotta give him a chance.
Yeah, so they got a couple of Hasbro wants you to decide which 2-pack it is that you're not going to find anywhere.
Shakur live at any concert.
Really? I don't want to do that.
No,
So
that
you
joke
got
back-
I don't think you got it.
No, you didn't get it. Oh,
something popped in the screen for a second, but I couldn't read it. So you get to vote for your favorite rivalry made as deluxe class figures. Your choices are Needle Nose versus Trax, Spinster versus Wheeljack, or Impactor versus Mirage.
Hector, if I know her.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a needle nose? So is that something that like
You're a
was,
dick,
like,
buddy.
way later on?
Needle Nose, he was one of the mini Target Masters.
Yeah. That's when I was into girls.
Oh, I have him right over here. That's when I was into shitting in a diaper.
Nice. A lot of things haven't changed. You got your needle nose and still shitting
Yeah.
in diapers.
Except for now I got a mint box one.
A needle nose or shitted diaper?
Yeah, no, I don't have a mitten box one. I got the cheapest one I could find. It didn't look like shit.
Dude,
All right, so I guess with this one, for this question, which set would you pick? We'll go around Chris first.
I don't think that they're not going to make all of them. They're going to fucking do all of them.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
They got design. I mean, the reason they give you these 6 choices is because they have these 6 designs ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Only
one do you
one
want
of-
to see first?
One of them will be the special 2-pack.
Yep.
Who's not performing at any concert anymore.
So, I'd like to see how they do a deluxe tracks. So let's go with this one.
Yeah, I mean, we already seen a Wheeljack, and
Mhm.
we already see that.
That Wheeljack bad too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it can't be any worse than the MP tracks, right?
Yeah.
Could be better.
All right, so Bedbugs, what do you want to see out of this 3 sets?
I'd like to see a new Mirage. I mean, we just had a second attempt with Wheeljack and Combiner Wars. We haven't had the Mirage one is a repainted Drake's Trip, but I'd like to see them do a better one than the Classics one that's on my shelf.
Mhm. I mean, the classics one is nice, but it's not Mirage.
No, it's a cool figure though.
Yeah.
Which one do you want, Dustin?
You know what, man? I don't even really have an opinion, man, because I'm probably not even going to touch any of them.
Ah,
Smart man.
what about you, Dustmightz?
Like I said, I would be kind of curious to see what they're going to do with tracks.
Nice.
I mean,
I'm-
I do agree. I do feel like we will definitely see all these figures anyway, but in some way.
We'll just see them at different stores. One will be a Walgreens exclusive. One will be a Toys R Us exclusive.
Not anymore, Will.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be really exclusive in all 30 stores.
You know, it's going to be a Toys R Us with exclusive, a Toys R Us. Having an exclusive one in your town if there's any more available after
You know
I'll
what?
tell you.
I'm probably
their
one of the
next rounds of cuts.
I'm probably one of the few people who's not fucking mourning this loss. Like, fuck you, because every time I go there, you disappoint me, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
they
worried
disappoint
about
you,
it.
but every now and then they have something. Every now and then.
Not
Let's
mine.
face it, guys. Let's face it. Brick and mortar is definitely on its way out,
Yeah.
and it sucks. It really does suck. Other than things, and like you could say like, oh well, I say being in grocery retail, you're like, okay, well, will people be hungry? No, it's not like that when you have online shops.
Mhm.
Like Amazon Pantry and stuff like that, and they're really being very aggressive. So it's gonna suck when nobody's gonna leave their fucking house.
Oh God, I can't wait for that.
You ever see that movie Surrogates?
No.
Oh,
I
that
just-
shit's a trip.
Yeah, that's a good movie. It's like,
Oh, I did see that.
yeah, you see all these people, they're walking around doing things, and they're like robots, and everybody's in some sort of bed with some machine on them, and they're actually like running those robots.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
In a
Pretty
virtual
wild.
world.
Yeah, because they didn't like what they look like, and so they're actually in the house, and the robots are running free around the world, you know?
Was that Bruce Willis was in that, right?
Yeah, Bruce Willis. It's been a while since I saw it. I'm gonna
Bruce
give that
kill
another
everybody in the room.
watch. I'm gonna put that on the vacation watch list.
Well, I want to see
good
Needle
one.
Nose in tracks because I like Needle Nose.
Well, just go to the bathroom. You're good.
Shit.
Oh, I stole someone's joke.
Murder. All right, so I guess let's move on. We have our custom spotlight for the week. Would you like to handle this, Chris?
I certainly would, sir.
I'll take a mental break.
Oh, right. And
Sure.
drink up while you're there.
Take a few breaths there. Just relax a little bit.
This little piece of work here is a deluxe class Titan's Return Shockwave made from the base mold of Hardhead with some, looks like 3D printed parts. This I found on TFW, and the guy was a new member. He's obviously Asian. His name is Huang.
Is that Zhang's brother?
Must be.
Yeah.
Cousin?
When I-
Is that Wei Zhang's cousin?
When I read this name out the first time, I couldn't help but think of fucking Rodney Dangerfield in fucking Caddyshack. Hey, Wang! But anyway, he 3D printed some parts. Obviously, the face for the Titan Master, the cannon, and it looks like the feet.
Yeah, the feet are different.
He did something too. But, I mean, this thing looks fantastic. He even put a fucking LED in the cannon.
He even painted the Titan Master.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable. I didn't realize what mold it was at first. It took me a minute until I saw the tank treads on the back.
Mm-hmm. But I
You
mean,
look good.
Oh, I see. You click the links and it brings you to more pictures. Look at this. First timer here using the Google
That's all
Docs with Skype. Oh wow, yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to hear this guy's, explanation, because when I found the thread, it was basically almost brand new. So he hadn't gone through and, answered people's questions, where'd you get the parts, this, that, or the other thing.
Huh. So he's basically taking an original mold, stealing it, and making his own. He's definitely Wei Zhang's cousin.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's bad.
It's that
Not a bad
customs
joke.
life, baby.
Custom life. No, it looks good. Good stuff.
Yeah, so, hey, Wang, you did a great job.
Hey, Wang! Hey, Wang!
Hey, Wang! We're all gonna get
5
laid!
of these, 4 of those, 3 of those, 6 of these. Hey, you buy one of those too. Wang.
No,
What a
not
great-
that hat. Hey, it looks good on you, though.
Hey, Whitey, where's your hat?
All right, man. So let's go on to this next segment, which is full of terrible stuff. We have the knockoff corner.
I could.
Hey, on
These are-
corner, huh? Let me get the lead blanket and cover my penis.
You better, dude. Because my shit's shrinking just looking at this crap.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's also a little cold in here, I swear.
Now, these
So what?
technically aren't KOs. They're just some
They
other
should.
Asian company, probably Chinese, just making robots.
Robits.
That's it. And this one just happens to look like Bumblebee because it's a yellow Volkswagen. And there's a couple other cool ones, but
It's an original mold. Look at it.
yeah,
Indeed, it is.
based on the pricing, they were going for $1.73 American each, so they can't be much bigger than like fucking 2-inch, like Hot Wheels size or something.
They're probably Spy Changer size.
Okay.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, possibly. I like going whenever I hit like a new dollar store or something like that. I'll walk down there like the toy aisle and look for like those really bad robots and shit, like really terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You see like fucking 6 different molds combined into one.
Yeah, but I bet when those kids that make our Hasbro toys, they get off their shifts and they get their paychecks, I bet this is what they go and play with.
Yeah, they fucking dive out the window, bounce off the net, down to the fucking street.
They stop over at the store, get another pack of smokes.
They pet the
Now, what I
fucking
don't-
chicken playing checkers.
what I don't understand here is, so this company can come out with their own original mold, then put it out for like a fraction of the cost that Hasbro would put it out as, and they're obviously turning some sort of profits. Why do we have such, high prices on essentially the same fucking thing? I mean, maybe it's a better quality, maybe. I mean, but I don't know if that should. I mean, how can this place go out and make these for less than $2 a piece?
2 reasons. I'll let JL cover it, and then I'll answer it.
It's because all these are made out of recycled asbestos.
and
cigarette butts that fall on the factory floor of the Hasbro shop.
That's my first point. I mean, look at it. It's fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And
this is garbage compared to the garbage we're used to dealing with.
2, these things are made for the kids over there. So they don't have to worry about shipping them halfway across the goddamn planet.
The hard pours.
Yeah.
The real hard pours.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to worry about carcinogens and poisons and stuff like that over there.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it, we're all gonna die anyway, and good, we need room.
I'd like to smoke one of these fuckers.
Well, they don't make a green one, so we're gonna have to find
just for research.
They're small enough they could get mixed in with your Tide Pods.
I ain't touching that shit.
So, like, if you opened up a box of like cereal and you found this in there, would you throw it away or would you burn it?
I'd keep it. I mean, the Bumblebee looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, why not keep it?
I don't know. It looks dangerous to your health.
Now you just
put it in a glass jar.
Yeah.
Look at it.
All right, so I guess let's move on then. I guess, is anybody gonna buy this?
No.
But no.
Chris?
Obviously not, no.
I was only asking you, man.
No,
Really.
I'm not buying these.
I think you should buy them all and paint them up like the Avengers.
Ooh.
Which one would this
That'd
be?
be cute.
No, paint them all up like the Avengers.
No, I mean, which character would this be?
What, Bumblebee?
Yeah.
You can make that one,
Make them whole.
Well, I was thinking the headlights that kind of make it look like Thor.
That's right. Click the link. You'll find more. Duh. I like the truck, man. The Jeep looks pretty dope.
You could make that one in Black Widow.
You know,
paint the rest of it black, give it some hair.
I walk into someplace, they're $1 a piece, maybe. I just buy them just for the fuck of it.
Hey, isn't that the same car that Lockdown is from the movies? That orange one?
The car?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think they are definitely inspired by Transformers. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I think isn't this the Mexican assassination mold?
Mini car transformer robot toy for children boy.
Yeah. For boys, too. They're
For children boy. For children boy.
Dude, if you want to fucking laugh, just scroll through fucking Alibaba's goddamn toy listings.
Did they assume your gender?
No, over there are 2 fucking genders.
Yeah, there is sweatshop and cook.
Exactly.
Same deal.
These are all modeled off of actual cars, too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's obviously a Mustang.
You go to China and they don't have fucking nail polish places over there. That's a fucking export only thing. It's like going to fucking Germany and looking for Budweiser.
So does that say Hot Wingz or Hot Wingz 65 on
It
the logo?
says Hot Wingz.
Someone said Hot Wingz?
Yeah, it says Hot Wingz. Is that look at the pictures on the boxes. The pictures on the boxes of the Transformers. Like, for real.
Yeah, they
You
got
got
sideswipe,
Ironhide.
Ironhide strip. Is that blur?
Jesus.
I'll buy it for the card backs. I'll throw the toy in the trash and put the card back on the wall hanging up.
Fucking hot.
That's some good art.
Gross.
Dude, that's fucking Ironhide. Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, man, their slogan is "The War in the Pocket." Is that's talking about the war for your wallet money? All right, so let's move on from this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I change it. I'm gonna buy the whole fucking set.
Should put them
Yeah,
all
you
on
should.
golf tees and swing clubs at all of them.
You should buy them and paint them up as the cast members.
Oh, yeah, you should.
That's already done.
All right, great.
All right, so I guess Bedbug's bargain bin looks like we got Goofy there.
No, hold on. We got DA is taking care of the asshole. Of the week.
Yeah, asshole of the week.
It's not Catfish.
I know.
Right?
Continue.
It's not. Well, anyways, the asshole of the week this week is a whole group of people, basically, but one guy in particular, JC, kind of gave me the go-ahead to kind of burn this guy, this Rob Ware character.
Oh, the snitch?
Apparently, he been taking screenshots in the Hardcore Collectors group and sharing them over at Hardcore. And basically snitching on us to them.
Copying and pasting everything we post.
Yeah, from what I understand. And it's a bitch move. The guy's a fag. And he needs to gobble a bunch of dicks.
We caught a lot of flack and had some awkward conversations that day over at the Realm. You know.
But the thing is, how fucking retarded do you have to be to associate the Realm with what that was?
Well, because they saw members from the Realm that were in there, and I'm like, look, people join groups every day, man. It has nothing to do with us, man. Chill.
Everyone that was in Hardcore was in THC.
Oh yeah, or still is.
Yeah,
I'm still
man.
in there.
It took about maybe 7 hours of back and forth and talking with 17 people. Hey, did you see this? Did you see this? This was called. Yo, leave me the fuck alone. Go play over there. Leave me the fuck alone.
It really is cute. Overall, yeah, it's really cute.
You know.
Well, I appreciate you guys clearing the air and doing what you did. So.
Well,
have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it. Don't give a fuck what people say, man.
We're not.
That's the thing. That's what that whole thing was about. Was just having a good time, and people had to like turn it around and making it into something else.
If they don't get what you're doing, then there's no reason for these dudes to be there. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's basically it. If you don't see what you're doing, it's a joke. You guys are having a fun time. It's not making fun of their name. It's not stealing their name. You know, it's just.
Yeah, it's satire.
It's just creating something. You know.
It really could have been like. If you're in this group and you just want to do some crazy shit, come over here. We'll let you do it here, you know?
And that could have been the name of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you got crazy shit going on? We'll allow you to do it here. Name of the group.
The Crazy Shit Group.
Yeah.
No, I want
got some crazy shit? Share it here.
I want a 30 fucking word name.
You can come in here and get crazy and like really do crazy shit, but not get too crazy and don't insult anybody and don't get offended.
The funny thing about it is you can see how quick this fandom goes right for the pitchforks and torches.
Yep.
I know. That shit drives me crazy.
It's like nobody hit us up on the side. They just went right to the boards with it. You know, they went right out to the, right into social media and started waving flags and lighting the torches and said, yo, relax. Just hit us up.
All of them over there, they got that fight me mentality too.
And
well, you know what?
And the funny thing is that's exactly what the fucking group was meant to fucking do. It's like, we're going to provoke them, and look what they're going to
do. They're going to cry. And they did.
We're going to whack the hornet's nest and see what happens.
Yeah. They're going to fight for Tila figures in Walmart.
But yeah, overall, there's a lot of infiltrators in there. I mean, they exist. They're going to lurk.
That's fine.
A lot of people just like to start drama in general, especially on the internet. It's fun to them.
90% of the fucking people out there, the worst thing that ever happened, you could screenshot something, you know? Screenshot bitches.
They all got days off, basically.
That's why, I don't talk to anybody. I'm like, yo, let's talk on the phone.
Mm-hmm. I got some friends of mine that's like how the only way they'll talk about some shit, and I was like, I didn't get it at first, and now I get it.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, we had some issues, like before even we started the Realm and whatnot with this other group, and people would actually take screenshots and copy and paste and cut and twist words around and do fucking
to make it
Photoshop.
Yeah. Crazy.
Whatever they wanted to make it.
That's petty as fuck.
Yeah, some conniving fucking bitches, man. So.
Some people's kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably fucking 35-year-old men. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, that's basically what it was.
Oh yeah.
Well, some
Bunch of
people's men
35-year-old
children.
guys that play with fucking dolls, fighting.
You know,
Hey man, we can't talk bad about dolls no more. That's like the newest fad.
I want to know what the percentage is from our parents' generation to our generation on 35-plus-year-old men playing with action figures.
It's probably pretty high.
We're the height of it.
Yeah.
It's going to dwindle from here.
There is a 7,000% increase since 1975.
Well, that's exactly when this shit started taking off.
It's because the toys are better.
Star Wars figures, and then through your 80s, and once they fucking said, okay, you can now create media to go with these toys. Shout out to Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
And then it just the floodgates opened, and you had your fucking your GI Joes, your Transformers, your He-Mans, all that shit, and then straight through the 80s into the 90s, it was the same thing.
I wish they'd bring that back.
Yep. And the reason
Because now all the kids are hooked on the tablets. I wish they'd bring the fucking toys back.
30, 40 years from now, it's not going to be anything about action figures. It's going to be like, ooh, I bought a vintage iPhone. PS4, it's mint in box.
We're a one-and-done generation in this respect. Because, like you said, Reagan opened up the floodgates, and then nice fucking hit. Good rip.
Thanks, buddy. I do this for a living.
And then they created these toys, and they gave us fucking fiction and characters to fucking care about, and
substance.
And we latched onto it with fucking hooks that I've never seen. Like, I'm a fucking 44-year-old man, and I still look at this shit, and I fucking spend retarded amounts of money on it.
Well, it is interesting.
Nostalgia, bro.
Because, like, through our generation, the media was developed to sell the toys. With the next generation, the toy sales have drastically gone down. I mean, that's a big reason Toys R Us is going under. But, so, like, it's interesting how the media is going to change, because what do they sell now if they can't sell toys anymore?
And tablets. And buy shit on the games and the internet.
Yeah, they have to make apps, man, to make any money.
I think now they make toys for apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make apps for toys.
Yep.
They make
That's
apps that can control fucking vibrating panties for your girl.
I mean, I think of it this way. It's like this whole thing with the Combiner Wars and stuff. Now, they did make fiction for it, and they put it online, and you know how you can watch it? Through your handheld devices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Through a very specific app.
Yep, through an app. Oh, an app. Kids love apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to start making it legal so you can make shows that directly sell kids toys again. Get them back playing with like physical objects.
It's never going to happen because the kid sitting down watching TV or watching a show is dead.
Yep.
Kids don't sit there at fucking Saturday morning. I used to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and watch cartoons until 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
1 in
Those
the
are the
afternoon. Then I would go out and go play with my buddies for a while, come back and watch Kung Fu Theater until 5.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I didn't go out and play.
Lights came on.
Yeah, I didn't go out and play. And then in between that, you're breaking down on some Atari or some shit,
Hell yeah.
You come running, you're racing home to make it home by 3 o'clock so you can catch the end of Heathcliff and then watch Transformers.
Heathcliff.
And then, then you had the rest of the shows on, until
Heathcliff
5
is
o'clock. You don't have that anymore. The kids don't give a fuck.
Nope. And the fucking Happy Meal toys, every one of them comes with a little fucking code that says go online and fucking download our app.
Oh yeah, you're scan it with your camera or whatever.
Yep.
And then it's worse with the video games nowadays with this pay for play shit and these little boxes.
Video games.
It's fucking it's teaching the kids to get addicted to gambling because they see like pretty colors and what am I gonna get on this? Like you play Call of Duty, you get these little packs and then it's random whatever it is. It's like a slot machine.
Yeah, they started doing that. That shit was stupid.
Yeah, and you know what? And then like you're supposed to earn it while playing the game, but then they gave you the option of buying them. So now all these kids got their fucking moms and dads' credit cards linked to their Xbox or PlayStation accounts, and they're just going right in there and going buy, just so they could get a special camo or some sort of special reticle on their fucking guns. They're turning these kids into fucking gambling fiends, man. It's disgusting.
Look at the arcades we have now and Chuck E. Cheese and shit. It's all redemption games. It's basically little kid casinos.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You have to win the tickets,
Yep.
so you can redeem them for a Tootsie Pop.
I mean, and you know, people say, well, you know, you had video games in your day and they were addicting. Yeah, but you know what? We knew what we were getting out of it. We didn't play the games because we wanted to win something. We played the games because they were fun.
Yep.
We wanted
the satisfaction of completing it.
Yeah, we want to get to the next. I wanted to save the princess in Dragon's Lair.
And if you went to the store to buy the game, you got the whole game when you bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was finished when you bought it, too.
When I was growing up, my mom wouldn't buy me another game until I beat the one that she had previously bought me.
That's awesome.
So it was an incentive to, like, actually play the game. So if I ended up, like, choosing a game and it ended up being complete shit, I still had to play the whole thing. Yeah.
You've been playing Shinobi for like 30 years.
Luckily, I got that one way later in my Nintendo career.
Yeah, I miss the good old days. I was talking about that today. Like, everybody collects vintage.
Contra and shit.
Well, you know how, like, people collect... I collect vintage game stuff to a degree. And this generation we have now is not going to be able to do that because 25 years from now, you'll find an old Xbox One, and you'll find a game disc, and you'll put the game disc in the Xbox One without the online services, and the game's broken out of the box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You probably won't even be able to finish the damn game without the patches. And it's kind of disgusting if you think about it. You're buying something that ain't done yet.
It's all a fucking trap, man. It's all a trap.
That's even if the system will read the disc.
You know what's not a trap, though? Atari 2600 Airlock.
I was just a combat fan myself.
Airlock was a fucking impossible fucking game.
They were all impossible, man. Those games, the whole NES classic, most of that shit was impossible. You can never finish. I don't even think half those games had an ending.
Yeah.
Battletoads and shit like that, and Ghosts and Goblins, that game was fucking ridiculously hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever made it through like 3 or 4 levels of that shit when I was a kid.
It's like the designer said, fuck it, we don't got the rest. They'll never get this far. Fuck it. You know?
Not only that, like, it wasn't until, like, the last stretch of Nintendo that they actually started giving you codes to, like, continue your games.
Yeah.
Or actually save points.
Well, but back in the day, like, the first game that I ever bought that had a save feature was Zelda. It came with a battery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
You could save your fucking game. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking great. I don't have to leave my Nintendo on paused while I go to school.
Like,
dude, I think my Nintendo.
The other day.
You know how fucking hard it is to fucking beat Castlevania on 5 lives?
I think my Nintendo was probably on, like, constantly for, like, a fucking year.
Oh, yeah.
Just leave it while you went to school, come home, work on it some more.
Oh, my fucking sister was a cunt with that shit. I would leave it on, and she would purposely come down, fucking turn it on, and fucking fuck me up, and then pause it again.
I come back from... Who touched this? Did you touch this? Did you touch? Mom! She like, look with this shit.
She'd be like jumping over the...
earlier and it was on. You're sitting there draining... What, are you married to the power company?
Oh my god, that's horrible.
What'd she do, like jump over the ledge where you're going to die and pause it right mid-fall? So you come back.
Yeah, shit like that.
It and fall to your death.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome,
I remember
dude.
that. I remember doing that to people.
That's awesome as shit.
That's great. Right when you done pause it, you fall into a pit.
Like, you bitch!
So let's move on to what we were going to talk about.
We just walked into a little video, had a little video game valley there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Why not?
I love video games.
I didn't mean to steer the boat down a, different.
That's fine. I don't have my hands on the wheel anyways. Good steer. All right, Bugs, tell us about your pick for the week, man. Your Bed Bugs bargain bin.
All right. So we got a couple things here. So apparently the last waves of the Titans Returns Titan Masters are showing up at Five Below stores for $3 a piece.
Yay!
So if you were unable to find Ramhorn, the one of the 2 variants, or several of the other figures, and you have a Five Below, go check that out and pick up some cheap Titan Masters. And then my second deal of the week is reissue Masterpiece Ultra Magnus for $125 on Amazon.co.jp.
That's a damn good price.
Yeah, it
Is that
is.
cheap?
Yeah, well, shipping is like another $25, so at $150, that's still cheaper than a lot of the American
Like
retailers.
TF stores
So
and what have you.
yeah,
See,
so
even at this price, I got KFC Citizen Stack, and he does the job. But I mean, I don't know about this. I mean, every time I look at it, like the face looks a little weird, derpy.
As much as I love my Ultra Magnus, I hate it at the same time.
Mm.
It's just big, bulky. It's very can't pose it. It's very toy accurate, which is funny that they're going more of a toon accurate route.
Mm-hmm.
I had Stacks when it first came out. Unfortunately, Stacks did not last the weekend. Me and Rolling Steel and a couple of beers later, it didn't quite make a transformation properly, and
Oh God.
it got put back in the box, and an angry letter was sent to Big BBTS of how can you send me this crap? It's right out of the box this way. Would you like another? No, I don't want another. No, I don't trust it.
Why does it smell like beer?
Why does it smell like liquor and pizza?
Is that hot sauce on the side of that fucking thing?
Yeah. It's got some spaghetti on it. Spaghetti stuff inside of it.
Spaghetti. So yeah, I mean, and now with the rumors of them doing a brand new MP10, more tune accurate and more posable. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they're going to do something with Magnus. I'd rather them do something like that.
The rumors are always true.
Yeah, I love the
Always end up
interwebs.
true.
So you're a fucking fag?
That one's not true.
You still didn't tell
it.
You still didn't tell us who you married. It could have been a guy for all we know now.
I married my lovely wife, Kara.
Okay.
She down for threesomes?
Maybe someday.
Cool.
She gets bored of me. I'll let you know. I'll keep in contact with you.
All right.
So Bugs, what I really
We'll
want to know
figure it
is
out.
how much is that Gumby?
Yeah, how much is the Gumby?
I have no idea, but yeah,
Can someone
in the
zoom in on that picture?
I ain't paying more than
Gumby's-
$2 for a Gumby.
Is Gumby still around? Do kids still watch Gumby?
Fuck, I got a Gumby right now.
I have no idea.
Nah, Gumby's not out now. I think it made one last appearance in I think it was like the late 80s. They started syndicating the old show, and then they tried bringing it back with a newer show, but it didn't stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gumby's. I don't even understand how Gumby became a thing. It's kind of. I think Pokey is what made that show.
When my daughter was like 3 or 4, she loved Gumby.
Back in the day, man. That was old school claymation. That's what was cool. It was like what the Christmas specials that we all used to watch growing up as kids, and you had Davy and Goliath. But Davy, God doesn't like it when you touch me there.
I remember that shit, dude.
Everything. That was like their big thing. I think it was cheaper to do that than sell animation. I guess I don't know, but it was kind of a big deal back then. And Gumby's was 50s.
Yeah. See,
that was.
Davy and Goliath.
Gumby was a pimp, though. So I mean,
Davy
there's
and Goliath
that.
on Sunday morning, you knew when you were up too fucking early for cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goliath is on. You hear that music?
Like, shit, I got a half hour till fucking Bugs Bunny comes on. Fuck.
Yeah, I got some time.
All right.
All right, so and also Ramhorn looks like he's taking a big red dump in the package.
Nice.
That's his combiner port.
Sure. All right, so moving on. This is going to be the fun part.
Oh,
Are you ready for the gauntlet of questions, Dust?
Yeah, man. I will try to answer them as best as I can.
Would you, before we start, would you like to tell everybody about yourself a little bit?
Hi, how are you? My name is Dustmightz. It's Dustmightz. Entered a realm of collectors. You may have heard of us or seen some of the things that we do, or created a little online community, little podcast hub, members of the Cool Table Network. And this is the shit that I do. I sit in here and I talk with guys like you and bullshit about fucking toys and the shit that we used to do or gonna do. And
Nerd.
maybe never get to do. Yeah, basically, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I wear many hats, as they say, but mostly just one black cap backwards.
I guess honestly, if you found us and you're listening to us, you probably already know who he is.
Yeah.
Yes. Or at the very least, have seen a shirt.
Mhm.
Yes, either shirt. Shout out to the merchandise.
Yeah. Very
Sure.
nice merchandise.
And if you've been to TFCon and sat at the third-party panel, you know who we're talking about.
So, Dust, I guess let's start. Question number 1, which should be obvious. What is your preferred name or handle?
I guess it just got adopted, Dustmightz. It was my old graffiti DJ name, producer name, a hip hop producer, and it just kind of stuck, and I continued to use it. And when I got back into this collecting thing, it just kind of my Instagram was Dustmightz, and everybody just called me Dustmightz. And now it's like to the point where I'm actually thinking about changing my name to Dust, because that's what I answer by. The only time it's weird is like when I go to work and it's, they call me by my real name. Like, huh? You call me? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just like it's to that point. So I think even some of my family members just call me Dust.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
So you say it came from DJing. Where did it come from, though?
Okay, like everybody's like Dustmightz and like thinking, if you look at the spelling, it's Dustmightz. You throw a little twang in there. Back in the day when you made hip hop records, you're sampling. You're going out and getting other pieces of vinyl and sampling little pieces of music, putting drums behind them, and you're actually taking pieces of music, putting it together, and making your tracks. But there was a term in the community, in diggers, we call them digging, and it'd be digging in the crates. And when you dig in the crates looking for records and vinyl at all these record shops, garage sales and whatnot, you acquire dusty fingers. And that was a big term, in that era. So dusty fingers, and it was a big deal, and I tried to work on it, and I just came up with Dust. And then Mightz as in mighty, Dustmightz, and put that together, and it incorporates into the whole Dust thing with the collecting of the records is kind of where it originated from.
Okay, cool.
A little weird, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was my old producer name before Dustmightz was Jigsaw, because I took pieces of different records and put them together like a puzzle.
Man, you should have copyrighted that shit.
Yeah, that was before the Saw movies came out.
Yeah, you should have copyrighted it.
Yeah, but
What are you going to do if they come out with a new horror movie and it's called Dustmightz? You're going to be like suspicious?
It's over. It's a wrap. What was good thing though, back when I was doing mixes and whatnot, was when Saw first started, that every time they mentioned Jigsaw or something like that, when I was still using the Jigsaw moniker, I would just put that in a mix. So
that's awesome.
Really helped in back in the day. All right, we're gonna skip over 2 because you're gonna have to cut me open and count my rings. I'm in my 40s, gentlemen. I'm in my 40s.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
No.
What's your social security number?
I'll definitely answer that one. Favorite sandwich? Wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite. What is your favorite sandwich? That's the most important question on the list.
That's something that you think about, Favorite sandwich.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, just thinking off the top of my head, because I could go different ways. You could go your cold cut route. You could go your chicken parm route.
Man, that sounds good.
Go a nice cheesesteak with mushrooms and peppers, I guess my fucking go-to would be I'm just an old school roast beef guy. Roast beef and Swiss, some mayo,
Nice.
little lettuce, tomato, but the roast beef has got to be boar's head.
Okay.
What
about sauerkraut?
Boar's head cold cuts.
Do you like sauerkraut?
Do I like sauerkraut?
Yeah, do you like sauerkraut?
Why, is that like a private joke or something?
Kinda.
If I say yes, you're gonna go, you like sauerkraut?
No, it's not like that
gross.
kind of a question. Do you like
Yes, I'll eat some sauerkraut.
gross? I don't like sauerkraut. I really don't like sauerkraut.
Why not, man? It's sour.
Since we skipped number 2, how about a bonus question? What is your favorite wing flavor?
Wow. It matters on where I'm going, but honestly,
If you're making it.
I'm a traditional, hot wing guy, basic buffalo sauce. What I do is I'll pick up a local brand. It's called Stephen Ed's. It's a pretty decent, doesn't break the wallet. While they're cooking, I will put that into a saucepan with a little bit of butter and just let that fucking boil up a little bit, get a little hot, keep stirring it. You got to stir the sauce. Goodfellas. And then that's basically the Dustmightz home brew right there, man. Nothing special. Nothing special there. But when I go out, man, there's crazy flavors like Hurricane BX and Energon Addict, and Dom just came over my house over last weekend, and we went to the local place that I go to here, Marley's, and they got over 120 flavors.
Get the fuck
I
out
saw
of here.
that.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of that. That's awesome, dude.
I've been going there for a little bit over a year, maybe 2, and every time I go there, I try to try something new. But you enjoy the flavors that you've been getting. You don't want to chance something new. So like when I go out with people, we'll throw something different on the table and try it out. These guys, Dom and Hurricane Jose, they got macaroni and cheese.
That's a wing
Hot
flavor?
Wingz?
Flavor.
Oh my
How do you
God.
even end up trying them all? I mean,
I
how do
don't
you remember which ones you've done unless you just make a checklist?
That's
Like
basically
keep it in your wallet.
These things look crazy, and there's pictures on my Instagram, his Instagram, and I think I post them in the Roman Collectors Facebook group.
I saw some of them, yeah.
It's just showing your age. It's a fucking app.
Mac and cheese just on the fucking wing. It was insane. Then we got for the table, we split a dozen for the table. They were cinnamon toast crunch.
Ew.
That's weird.
Cinnamon toast crunch wings.
Yeah, it's like a dessert.
I bet it's good though.
Like after you have like a lot of heat, what's good for the palate is like something sweet. So right after we eat, you have some hot wings, and you get your sinuses open. You just hit that up, and it's basically rum chata and Fireball, and they reduce it, and to get it all sticky, they put it on the wings, and then they put cinnamon toast crunchies on top of it. Now you're thinking it's but believe me, when you try it, you're like really surprised. Like, wow, this is pretty dope. It's not. I'm sorry. My opinion, you can't sit down and eat like a dozen of them. Like 1 or 2, they're good.
Well, there are sweet wing flavors, so it's not really that far off,
Right.
It's like having chicken and waffles.
But there are pieces of cereal on it.
Yeah, like really, really fine and ground down. And another one I got on the table was the Doritos.
Oh man.
Now that's chicken wing fried, and then they roll it in cheddar sauce, and then you have your Dorito crumbs on there. That's another.
Oh, I'm down with that shit.
That one sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of turned on right now.
Can we take a break for a second? I gotta go to the bathroom.
Like when I go there, I'll get like a dozen for myself, and you could split them. So my biggest one, I'll get the regular Buffalo hot, or I'll get the sour. They have a really good honey barbecue there. They have really a plethora of fucking flavors, man. It's crazy. And every time you go there, you're looking at the menu and like, peanut butter and jelly. Maybe I'll try that today. Nah. Then they have a pepperoni pizza wing. I'm thinking, what the fuck?
Oh, that sounds good.
So it's fun to go there, and when you go in with a bunch of people and you're having a good time, everybody gets all different types of stuff, and everybody, hey, you want to try one? You want to try this? You want to try that? And that's the best way to go about things. So that's wing life. That's wing life.
My mouth is watering like a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And you wonder why I'm fucking large. All right.
All right, hang on, man. Sorry, I was still thinking about that.
All right, calm down. Put it back in your pants.
What's your favorite music? What's your favorite music, man?
I'm all over the place. A lot of people think because, I'm still making hip-hop, shout out to Nathan Haskell, Cobra Law Records, that hip-hop would be my major thing. But I'm kind of all over the place, man. Especially what got me into a lot of music, different types and genres of music, was being a sampling producer. Starting in the 80s and going through your James Brown era and your funk stuff and all that stuff. You do your traditional records like your R&B, looking for loops and samples and break beats, and then you just grow and then you find this type of music. And I found jazz, and then I found prog rock, and then I'm into European stuff, and I'm all over the place. So I could find a very large catalog that'll make me happy. Sit down. Something that Amazon Prime Music cannot fulfill that satisfaction, because it's a lot of obscure shit. But what's my go-to on like a regular day? I would say more like anything from late 80s to the 90s hip hop.
Nice.
Always be my fallback, into the 90s hip hop, so.
Now, do you like country music?
Absolutely not.
Good
awesome.
Man.
Absolutely.
Plus 1 point.
My ex-girlfriend was one of those country pop fans, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was a rule: whoever drove, they listened to the music.
Yep.
And of course,
drove a lot.
I suffer from fucking anxiety and panic attacks, so it's hard for me to drive sometimes, and I just felt like fucking just pulling on the handle, just rolling out sometimes.
Jesus.
You should write a track called "Dust Take the Wheel."
I'm done. Yeah. But at work, we're playing the music, the friendly music that we got through the store, and when I work with a certain manager, they've always put the fucking country music on. And this one day, I just went into the office. I said, "Look, do you mind? Can we just fucking turn this shit off? I feel like I'm on a fucking road trip with my ex. It's gotta stop. For the handle, man. I'm looking for the fucking handle. Can we fucking kill this?"
Yeah, my fucking wife's into that shit now. She found it like a year or two ago, and it's like, motherfucker. Like,
and then they say mumble rap sounds all the same. Well, you know what? Every fucking country song is the same fucking twang and the fucking same jerk-off idiot.
Yep, there's always a dog and a truck and Jesus.
Man, I'd rather have my wife find radical Islam than country music.
Yeah, don't expect the country fans out there. You like what you like, but I don't want to get any, the DMs, country hater. Fuck you and your rap shit,
Why
man.
is it so bad to fucking hate on something? I mean, if you don't like it, why can't you say, fuck you, I don't like it?
You know what?
Yeah.
We're putting ourselves out here in a public forum, and, people see it differently. That, like, oh, this guy, who the fuck is he to say this? But you know what? We are putting ourselves out here, and we have a right to our opinion.
Exactly.
If you don't, if I'm triggering you and you don't like it, man, just fucking deal with it, man.
Yeah,
that's on you.
All we're saying is we don't like it, and these are the reasons why we don't like it. If you like it, fantastic.
But these guys that just argue to the point till it's fucking enough already. Yeah, okay, you win, Block.
Yep.
You win. It don't matter to me. I don't care. You could say I'm wrong, okay? How can I be wrong if it's an opinion? It's not like I'm stating a fact. It's an opinion. I don't like country music.
See,
you're wrong.
That's the problem.
Huh?
People take opinion as fact nowadays.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like it's the same thing with these fucking some figures. They're like, oh, I can't believe you don't like that. Don't get offended because you bought a fucking $125 piece of shit and you're sitting there looking at it like, oh shit, he's right. Why did I buy this thing? You know what I mean? You're having you're having that realm of regret. Just don't get mad at me because I'm pointing that shit out to you. These fucking kids, snowflakes, are too fucking sensitive.
Yeah, they are.
Well, just steer clear from certain places, man. Certain groups I go in, I do my business, and I leave.
So what got you into collecting or back into collecting?
Funny story. Always, everything's a funny story. 2012, my brother Rolling Steel put me on to the Masterpiece collection. I was over his house and said, "What the fuck is that?" "Oh, that's Masterpiece Prime." "Oh my god, that thing's fucking great." And I went home and started eBaying and looking at things, and from that I started getting the Transformers itch again because it meant so much to me as a kid, and started watching the cartoons again and reading some of the older fiction, and I hit him up one day, and there was a lot on eBay. It was getting into the 300s, and I'm trying to remember, it was MP10. Most of these were sealed. MP10, the Walmart Skywarp and Thundercracker, the MPs. Rodimus, the MP09 was in there. There was something else. MP01, it was still sealed. And the guy had a bunch of alternators in there, which I didn't know what the fuck they were. But I won that lot for $400.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nice deal.
That's a good deal back then.
You know what I mean? This was 2012. It was like 420 or 427. I'm sure if I don't know if I could dig back that far on eBay from 4 years ago, but I do have some screenshots of the winning bid. I believe still on Instagram. I could dig it out, but it was under the 450 range, and I got that, and I was just fucking hooked. And then I found out about the whole chug thing, and I hit my brother. I said, "What are these?" "Yeah, well, they're kind of like the old stuff, but it's kind of like a little more stylized. You remember that old Dreamwave comic that you used to read? Because I used to read it back in the day." And I'm like, yeah. Well, these are kind of somewhat based on those. And I said, "You got to be kidding me." I had fucking packages coming to my house every day.
That was like the golden age for Chug. Was this years.
It's like during that whole class era, you know, and it was super cheap too. And I was a big lot guy. I always felt like when you bought more, you got it for cheaper than you would if you single out, especially shipping.
Usually how it goes.
Yeah, and being new to this, I didn't have anything. And then I started watching reviews on YouTube, and well, what about this and what about that? And then boom, third party came into fucking Hegemon. I saw Hegemon.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first, you know, like other than that lot that I bought, you know, that I thought were, you know, oh, these are Transformers, these are Hasbro, these are good. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? That's Megatron. I gotta have that. And I bought a used Hegemon for $75, and I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, I can't believe I'm spending $75 on an action figure. Now I'm paying $65 for add-ons for an action figure.
You can barely buy an MMC cassette for that much.
Yeah. Dude, it was like, because, you know, all the other fucking Megatrons we had at the time were the Nerf guns.
Mm-hmm.
And chicken legs.
They were all junk.
Yeah. So I loved it, and then the next one that I found was Quake Wave.
That's the one that got me.
Quake Wave just came out, and I remember I got Quake Wave and my ex pre-ordered Soundwave for me for Christmas, but I didn't get it till like February or March. Remember, it was late. You know, it was late, and I was still new to all this, and I was talking to my brother, like, is this like getting ripped off? He goes, no, it'll come out. Just wait. Just wait. It'll get there. And I got them like the same week. I got the first run Quake Wave, and then I got Soundwave, and then it's like I was hooked. I was done, you know, from what I got with the chugs. And the chugs were great because you come home from work and just fuck around and take your little pictures, throw it on Instagram. You think you're all cool, and you know, I'm getting back into this. I'm watching the fucking G1 series over and over. I'm ordering comic books. I'm getting the UK books. I'm getting this book. I'm downloading shit on torrents, you know. I was really engulfed back in, and it was so fucking awesome because I remember when I started watching Transformers, it was a really tough time in my life. I was a kid, single mom, 3 kids, you know, no money. We were getting evicted. We were moving to the projects. You know what I mean? My toys, my comics were my escape, and what little I did have meant so much to me. It was my escape from all the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think when I got to my older life, and I've always been a collector of things. I used to collect toys back in the days through the 90s, you know, the Marvel stuff and the McFarlane and, you know, stuff like that. So I was big into the car robots. I bought some Beast Wars back in the day through that whole 90s. And then I just kind of died out and I was collecting records and, you know, stuff like that. My whole life shifted, you know. So I wasn't like spending my income on that because I kind of lost interest. And it's amazing how that one little spark just set me off. And now here we are in 2018, and I'm still going strong. And my collecting has shifted. You know, I'm more of a masterpiece collector now. You know, so but it's just me going through the phases of my collecting time. I didn't mean to cut you off there, dude.
Oh no, I was just kidding. I thought you were done.
So you guys wanted it, you got it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. No. I think a lot of us have that in common too, where when we were kids that the stuff was really important to us for different reasons, maybe more so important than it would be to like somebody else, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, I have certain things because, you know, we didn't, of course, you know, my family didn't have the money, and whatever I worked paper route, and whatever money I made on a paper route, you know, would go to this, and, you know, and trading with friends and whatnot. And so now that I'm at a point in my time where, you know, I have this exposable income, and it's like I could actually, man, I always wanted that as a kid. Well, now I got it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
When I come home and I got a really fucking bad day from work, or shit's really coming down on me, and life is just like, I'm just like, you know, enough. I'll come into this room, and I used to do it at my old place before I had like a room. I come into my room here and I just sit back, and I'm just like, I just sit there and look. I'll sit here and look at my collection for like an hour and a half or so, you know, just looking and getting up and like moving a figure here or touching it or holding it and just putting it back on the shelf, and just
that shit's fun.
And after a little bit of time, all right, I'm good. I shut the light off and I go about my business and, you know, continue with my life.
Yep. It's meditation.
Yeah. Yeah, in a sense, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people are it's getting it out of the box, transforming it, and fucking with it, but just coming in here and looking at them, just being like, wow, look at that shit. It's right off the fucking TV and it's right on my shelf.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I do.
That's how I feel too, man. Like seriously, I have this little room. It's like my little therapy house.
It's the same way. It was like when we were kids, we watched a cartoon or, we would play with our toys to escape shit. So same thing. I come home from work. It's tough. I'm escaping for a little bit and you go back to it. It's no different than when we were kids. Now we just have a little bit more money in our pocket and the toys are a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I have vodka too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to that. You have to transform your toys while drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've learned.
Peace, citizen stack.
So moving on, what scale do you collect primarily, which you kind of answered already?
Yeah, right now I'm more of a masterpiece scale right now.
Nice. So do you have a Focus collection or any non-Transformers collections?
Not necessarily. I started dabbling into Marvel Legends here and there because, of course, I'm an old school Marvel Comics fan, and some of these sculpts are just like, oh, I gotta have that. I always wanted to get my classic Sinister Six going.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the older Marvel Legends were really pricey. So I was just about to give up on it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go to NJCC and just sell all my Legends, I got Black Spidey, Pizza Spidey, Venom, Electro, Punisher, of course the Wolverine, basic stuff like that, because that's when I first started getting into it. Certain characters that really meant something to me, and then I saw some of the new stuff that was coming out, and I'm like, oh man, the Mysterio, the Doc Ock. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go forward with that and complete my Sinister Six. That's gonna be cool. And then I dabble in some selects because I like I comic book look.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing that I'm like, oh man, I got to go out and get that. It's kind of like just a little bit of a buffet,
It's kind of like what a collection should be, like sparse and like a piece here, a piece there. It's not like our all-consuming Transformer fucking obsession.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch that Skullface video with the crib stuff, those shelves that were in the living room, I'd set those up that day before he got there. I'm like, I can't have him come and look at this. And I'm like, I got to do something with these shelves. So I just pulled out a bunch of boxes that were still packed and, come on, guys, help me.
That's awesome,
guys,
man.
Guys, you going to help me? Guys? And I did it myself. So I just kind of threw that shit together. And because I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that stuff, with my mask collection, if I want to keep it or I want to continue. I don't know. It's kind of because the Transformers are taking such a big part of my life, collecting life, and a lot of the real estate here. I don't know quite sure what I want to do. Who knows? 5 years from now, I could flick a switch and I'm back on my mask game, and I want to have everything.
A mask reboot needs to happen.
Yeah, it does. Definitely, it has to be done the right way, though. I wouldn't mind a Mask Classics where they just go back and redo the old stuff, like the first season stuff. I wouldn't mind rebuying that stuff.
I'd love to see them do that. Or Masterpiece
Dope.
Mask.
Yeah, Masterpiece Mask.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
To KO or not to KO? I'm going to read the question for you.
I read the question. 2KO or not 2KO?
And this, of course, this will bring up a whole nother fucking discussion. I am beating the dead horse here, but just buy whatever the fuck you want to buy, man. I am against those, the Tasaka companies that are making that same product, but I own an MPP-10 and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a separate side piece, and we could discuss all that stuff. And I want to get the Wei Zhang Megatron, which I don't believe is you could say is a KO.
Yeah, that thing looks cool.
It's awesome. I have it.
Putting those two on a shelf together, it's like awesome. But will I not buy an official so I could save $20? No. I will buy the official. I will definitely buy the official. I think I only own one or two KO masterpieces, and one of them is like a gold sideswipe. It was a special run gold one, and I got Tiger Tracks, and I think my exhaust is a KO because I really didn't give a fuck about the character. I just wanted to see the mold.
That's the only knockoff I have as an MP is that exhaust. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, if that's just gonna do it for you, man. But when the KOs first were coming out, they were KOs. Now sometimes these KOs are better than the fucking original, man, and that really burns my ass. You know,
Yeah,
so
I got the Yes model cone heads.
yeah, oh
Those
yeah,
are the
oh
only
yeah, oh, yeah, I
knockoffs
forgot.
I have, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with them.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
What else
I got
are you forgetting?
7 also. You know, I don't even think of them as cone heads because they're just fucking. It's such a superior product compared to the Takara one, man. But yeah, I got the Team BB7. I totally forgot. Those
Yeah,
guys
they
are
really
good.
missed. They really missed the boat with those guys, man. Takara did.
Never a big,
Well,
huge
they're
cone.
seekers. They're easy to forget.
Yeah, I was never a big Conehead fan anyway, and we're from France. But I wasn't paying the Takara prices. I just couldn't bring myself to do it for characters that I really didn't have a really big connection to.
Right.
Or just that same fucking mold, and I knew that was going to it would have infuriated me if I would have bought those things, and they were all loose and all, you know what I mean? It would have really thrown me for a fucking, I would have went nuts. So,
moving on. What movie makes you cry?
movie makes me cry. That's a really tough one. Who came up with that one?
I'm not sure.
Me. I came up with all of them, actually.
It makes me cry every time I watch it, or when I saw it, I cried.
Either or.
That you remember for making you cry, like
If I want to keep it Transformers oriented, I cried during Transformers the movie when Prime dies. I did cry. I caught a tear, and I was a little bit older too.
that shit still gets to me, man.
Yeah, they nailed that scene, man. They really did.
Because for me, like, he might as well have been a family member when I was a kid. Like, I love that motherfucker.
I was old enough when I first saw it. I was like, I think my actual words were, "What the fuck."
I actually enjoyed watching all the Autobots get smoked myself.
I mean, you're a sicko, so.
It's true. It's true.
All right, so have you ever done anything untoward for your toy collection?
No, there's no cocks in my mouth for my collection. I've sold other things and done a lot of overtime. There's a little. That's about it.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. I think sending a broken beer-soaked Citizen Stack back.
That's on BBTS's fault because it took them a week and a half just to fucking process that fucking order. So, back at them.
Like, fuck you, you're late.
Judge me.
So, tits, ass, legs, face, or other?
Oh boy, this is funny. Yeah, there was recently an incident. Being that I'm starting dating again and I'm a little bit older now. My ex-girlfriend was 13 years younger than me, so I'm used to a different caliber of a woman, And being that I'm a little bit older, I don't get along with the women that are my age, and the younger women don't even fucking care about me anymore. You know what I mean?
I
know.
That's moved on. That boat's moved on. So, the other night I was about a couple weeks ago I'm with this chick that I saw and talking to, and we're at her house and we're fucking around and shut the lights off, and there's this one little beaming little light coming through the window, and we're going at it on the couch, and she's rubbing downstairs, and I'm looking, and I look down, and I notice her hands, and I'm looking at her hand through this light that's coming through the window, and I'm like, she's got mom hands.
Oh God.
And I'm like, I stopped it. I stopped it right there. I said, no, we got to stop this. And she's like, is everything all right? I said, yeah, everything's fine, but do me a favor. Can you go to the kitchen and make me a PB&J with the crust cut off?
Oh, yeah.
That's a joke. It's just a joke that I had set up for today. But yeah, mom hands is a thing I don't like, especially trying to date a woman that's my age. I just can't get over the mom hands and the mom elbows.
Okay.
But I'm a tit guy.
Define mom hand. I mean, because some moms have
I want to know more about this.
Long, slender, thin-skinned fingers. Some have chubby little sausage fingers.
Look at an older woman's hands, and they just look like they're your mom's hands, with the veins and the little slight wrinkles and stuff like that, And I'm in my 40s, it's like, if I date someone that's my age, it's like grandma, to me, it's just like, I don't know, just how I am. I'm in a weird space. I think I'm 35 and I'm not, or I think I'm 30 and I'm not, but it's kind of a weird thing. No, that never happened. It was just Tried to throw in a funny, funny scenario, a funny scenario in there.
So, what's a weird thing about you? Like idiosyncrasies, phobias, etc.
I have high anxiety. I've been suffering for panic attacks for probably about 20 plus years.
Thought you were about to say 20 plus minutes.
No, 20 plus years, on and off for 20 years. I used to be on heavy meds, which is where most of the weight came from back in the day. Antidepressants. And I just one day just said, stop, I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't even leave my house without popping a Xanax, and that's not a way to live your life. And believe it or not, the panic attacks went away for a while. And then certain things that happen in your life, they just come back. But, being a little bit older and been through that, I learned to control them a little bit more. And I know there's a lot more people out there that are like me, so it's not something that's new nowadays. But yeah, sometimes it was to the point where it was really crippling. I couldn't even get in behind the wheel of a car, and it's very odd. It's like, I'm not afraid to drive. I'm not afraid of someone hitting me. It's just something just triggers in your head, and you can't be there. You got to get home.
Yeah.
You want to
I got a buddy that won't drive.
It's really weird. Like, what I get now is like, I don't get like the chest problems, like feel like my heart's pumping and shit like that. Now it's just like I get little light in the head and I'll get dizzy, and sometimes I'm just like, whoa, it's weird. But I don't want to go back to that life on the meds and stuff like that. So I just try to take care of it, self-medicate it with a lot of beer and chicken wings.
Transformers.
Well, you're also too busy most of the time to worry about it with everything you do,
Yeah, it's only when you stop and think when it gets worse. Like if I'm driving home one night, it's late, and I start worrying about, there's fog or deer or something like that, then it'll start going, and then your brain starts moving, and you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm like that on bridges.
You got to actually tell yourself, stop, dick. Stop.
Yep.
You've taken this drive 100 times. You'll be home in 5 minutes. Relax. Don't be a fucking jerk. Just drive, But sometimes it's like a chemical imbalance too. It's just like if that chemical gets released, you have to wait for it to run its course. It's I remember what the doctor was trying to explain to me back in the day. Like your brain, the neurons in your brain, they release this chemical, and they're supposed to absorb it from one side to the other. And if the other side's not absorbing fast enough, it builds up. And once it builds up, it's kind of like a seizure or a stroke. It releases, the chemical gets released into your bloodstream, and you have to wait for it to just run its course, But enough about that shit.
Damn, man, I didn't know all that.
That's a pretty good explanation of it, though.
I learned some.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of some people. It is some sort of a mental issue where they're afraid to do this or they don't want to leave their house. But a lot of the time, it's just a chemical imbalance, and there's really no cure for that shit. You could see. They had me on 200 milligrams of Zoloft for fucking 7 years. It's the highest fucking dosage they could give me. It wasn't doing anything. The only thing that it was doing was making me lay on the couch and gain weight.
I didn't think they gave Mike Tyson that much Zoloft.
It made me not want to be with people and didn't want to, made me very antisocial. And, I was like that for years, with the Xanax on top of it. Just... And my therapist at the time was just fucking loved the fucking pills. She would just write these scripts.
She was getting kickbacks for it. She wrote one. She was getting paid, dude.
Without a doubt. And then I broke out from her and I went to a different doctor, and he switched up the meds and stuff like that. But I got tired of living my life like that. So it was funny. It was a time in my life, and this is funny, you can believe it. I stopped the meds and I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for like 3 years because, what you do is when you have these panic attacks, you start drinking alcohol to keep yourself, because you don't want to take the meds. Well, if I drink a couple of beers, I won't need to take this medication. I'll be cool. I'll be chill.
Mm-hmm. And a couple beers works up to a 6-pack, and then it's
exactly.
over.
You do this, you rinse, wash, repeat for 10 years, and then by the time I was in my mid-30s, I had a potential problem on both ends. Mm-hmm. So I stopped both. I stopped drinking and the meds at the same time, and it was a tough detox on my end. But I stopped for 3 years, on both. And then I remember about halfway through, I wanted to have a steak one night, and my ex at the time, she was like, well, I said, why don't you get some beer? You've been good. I said, yeah, I could go for a couple of beers. So she's like, yeah, we'll just go into the liquor store. You pick up some beers. And before I was like, yeah, let me just get a 6-pack of Heineken. We're good. Before I can make it halfway through the store, that 6-pack turned to a 12-pack. I got to the back of the store in my mind. I said, maybe I should get that and a couple of 40s of Ballantine to go with that. And I said, look, I'm not ready. I turned around and walked out. And it just took one time, like 2 years later, I was out with the boys and we were having, wings and just chilling. And I asked for a pint of Yingling, and everybody stopped and looked at me at the table. I said, I'm all right. I'm an adult. I'm good. And I had the beer and I went home and that was it. 4 months later, I went out again, had another beer, and I didn't go home and drink, 2 cases of beer after that. You know what I mean? So you learn, you come to a point in your life where you realize that, you can be a social drinker, or you can control your problems, or control your drinking in that sense. But you have to realize that and know that there was an issue, and you don't want to go back to that spot, And yeah, I have one night off, and I do tend to drink a couple of beers on my night off, but that's it, man. That's my life. It's not every day like it used to be back when I was 30s,
Yeah, and it's a completely different situation. I mean, you are completely social now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be able to do this shit that I've been doing with this stuff, like getting on here talking or doing these podcasts, especially video podcasts. Like if it was back then, there was just no way. There was just no way I would be able to do that. And I was always that guy that would want to make people laugh, be a little loud, And then when I started getting on the meds, I was just a totally different person. Like the shell came on, I don't want to do this. I'm afraid to do that. I can't do this. So it's kind of weird now to see where I was and where I am now with this shit, So you guys got a little bit more out of me this time around. So get to know me there,
That's what we like.
Yeah, man, and I think that's what a lot of us need to do is, we could sit here and talk about toys and the news and all this other shit, but I think what a lot of the listeners and the viewers like, they watch the show and listen to us because of us, and to open yourself up to them a little bit more. I feel like the relationship between me and my listeners or the viewers, it grows, it grows even more.
Yep.
That's the thing about most of the shows that I do watch. A lot of them, the guys on there, if they started talking about something else tomorrow, I'd probably still watch them.
Right.
Because I'm there for the guys, not there for the product.
Yep.
Fucking furniture doilies. What the fuck are you guys into now?
I must be missing out on something here.
Yeah.
Crashbox molding. Crown moldings for the top of the they look.
You say crown molding and shit. Wood trim.
Varnish box.
Yeah, but guys, because I don't normally open up like this, so.
Yeah, well, thanks for being on, man.
No doubt, man.
So what's your, this is what everybody really wants to know, is what is your go-to sex position?
Well, I take my consideration to the person that I'm with, and I would say my best sex position is like off. But but like everybody loves their doggy style, so that's what it's got to be.
It is popular around these parts
because it feels so good, and you don't got to look at her.
It's because you can play with Devastator on her back.
It's for that's
you got an entire table to play on.
That's the best position for those Tinder nights, like it's at 2 a.m. You're at Applebee's and you're like, fuck it, let's go.
I got a special question for you, man. Flats or drums?
Ooh, you should. It depends on the place for me, because certain wing places, their drums could be really dope and their flats are ugh. But I'm kind of a drum guy.
Mm-mm.
I'm kind of a drum guy.
I'm a flat guy.
I'm a flat guy too. The problem with drums for me is sometimes you don't know where the butcher cut them.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Hey, Bedbugs and Dustin. Bedbugs, you still alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Flats or drums? We might as well everybody answer this right now.
All the fucking above. I love wings.
Nice. There we go. That's probably the right answer.
Feathers. I'll fucking eat those fucking things.
That grosses
me out. I say
the
same thing. They're wings. Fucking run them.
If I'm fucking eating a wing and I catch the little the hard bit,
a crusted quill.
Yeah, the quill.
Gross.
I'm like, ugh.
Shout out to the crusted quills.
I pull it out and I still eat the fucker, but it's kind of like, oh man, I don't want this.
Sounds like a hooligan drunken London fucking football league. The crusted quills.
All right, so I guess moving on, we'll get on to the TKO Girls section where we all post pictures of pretty much our favorite women or things from the week.
I didn't post mine, but it's all good.
You can still post it.
Yeah.
Keep talking. Where do I post this?
Just copy and paste it right into the document.
I don't have it on my computer. It's on my phone.
Just
Okay.
message it. Just message it to.
It's all good. It's no big.
Yeah, it's fine. You can just tell us what it would be.
Yeah.
How about that?
Let me see. You guys talk.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start off because you all know that mine's usually food, and tonight it is pizza bagels because my friend gave me a free bag of mini bagels, and my wife twice last week made me some badass pizzas out of them, and like they literally were probably the most delicious thing I ate all week.
Is this the actual photo of them?
No, but they pretty much looked exactly like the ones on the left.
I was gonna. These ones look delicious.
Yeah, the ones that she made were delicious. Everything, she even, seasoning, sauce, cheese, and pepperoni. And I use turkey pepperoni because it's better for you, and it still tasted great.
Yeah, keep telling yourself
What
that.
an abomination!
Hey guys, I'm not allowed to edit the document, so I'm just going to throw it into the chat.
All right.
That's fine. But, yeah, that and it was so good I thought she might have lied to me about what kind of bacon it was, which she may have. But yeah, that shit was fire, man. And I got another bag from my same buddy, so I'm gonna make them again this week. Well, I'm not gonna make them. I'm gonna eat them. She's gonna make them.
This picture is some premium fucking bagel bites. They're definitely not.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
definitely
they're
not
definitely those
your regular
box
run-of-the-mill Oritas that you pick up from the frozen food section.
Mine looked exactly like that. They're awesome.
Look at those mini pepperonis on there.
Mm.
I don't know, man. Those might be full-size pepperonis.
Yeah, those might be full. That's making me hungry as hell, man. This whole show is making me hungry as hell.
This picture
Oh yeah, because, I'm
might
thinking
not even be minis. I think they might even actually be full-size.
Yeah,
bagels.
that's what I'm thinking. When you say pizza bagels, I'm thinking like the little ones that you get,
Mine were minis, though. Mine were like half-size bagels. And she took them, she put some butter and garlic on them when she toasted them. Like you pre-toast it, and then put the sauce and all that, man. Oh, it was good, dude.
Man, she knows how to keep you fat.
Yeah, she knows how to keep me happy, too, though. All right, so moving on. Who's this jackass?
Speaking of fat,
This is a friend of mine. Now, this is me holding a giant 2-pound hamburger at the Heart Attack Grill in Lost Wages.
Oh, I get it now.
Really,
It all
so that's
comes
why-
together.
it's a heart attack grill. That's why you're wearing the
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of
Gotcha.
this place. It's pretty righteous. When you come in there, they put you in hospital gowns. The whole place is about being, excessive, about overeating, and they sell like straight up filterless cigarettes and giant like syringes filled with Jello shots. It's a pretty interesting place. Anyways, this burger here is actually a Guinness Book world record holder for the highest calorie content burger ever. They actually doubled it not too long ago too. But I walked into the joint and ordered that fucker right out the gate. And one of the great things about this place is if you don't finish your food, your little waitress will spank you. They put you on the spank rack. It'll come out with like, a straight up paddle and lace into you. So I left like a single bite just so that I could get spanked.
Shut the fuck up. You didn't eat nearly all that.
he showed us a
Oh, yeah.
picture of what was left,
Yeah,
dude. He
there
ate
was,
almost
like,
the whole thing.
There's
God,
like a bite of a patty left, dude.
Jesus Christ, you're a pig.
I fucked the thing up, dude.
I don't know if you noticed, but the other thing that's excessive is his mouth diameter.
Yeah, you see that?
That's a big mouth.
Dude, oh my God, I am gonna give this to everybody to fucking Photoshop.
so many beaners.
Oh man, you can't do that, man. You can't put that shit out there. Back in the day,
Oh, man.
that's the worst thing you ever did was put your face on the internet, man. Wow.
Look at that gaping mouth right there, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I figured this would be a good photo for you guys to play with.
Oh my God, look at all the fucking glory holes that this is gonna be in front of.
That burger is pretty nice too, man.
Oh yeah, dude, it was chili, bacon, cheese. There was some tomato in there. I tried not to ruin it with any ketchup or mayo or anything, but to be honest with you, you paid for the atmosphere there. The burger was pretty much garbage.
Mm.
I mean, it was
Really?
good. It was too garlicky, man. Like they just used complete, garlic on it or something. But everything else about it was great. I mean, if they would have cut down on that, it would have been pretty choice. But that could have ruined it. But other than that, I mean, I was there to conquer it, and I did. So.
Yeah, it looks good to me, man. So, I guess let's move on. Who's this next one with the dimple in her cheeks?
That is mine.
Ah,
Hey.
That ain't a dimple. That is actually, a earring,
Piercing.
a cheek ring. I guess it's a piercing.
Yeah, but they put them in dimples, man. You don't do that if you ain't got dimples.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. But she's fucking gorgeous as shit. Let me describe her. She's brunette, real average. I would say smaller to average. She got a thick ass on her though, pulling her pants down, and she's just looking at you like, you better get over here and take these pants off all the rest of the way.
Hey.
I think Justin's still looking at his pizza bagels.
Probably.
Yeah. How'd you know?
So yeah.
Those do look delicious.
Yeah, they do. Oh, man. All right, so I guess who's the next one? I can probably guess now.
I picked this one.
That one's not bad. I'll give you credit.
She
I
got
like
some
that one
tiggle bitties.
Yeah, she does. So
That's what I
this
can
one,
tell.
this one is just wearing a Superman tank top, and she's using it to cover everything. Well, not everything.
Barely.
But she's got some kind of a weird tattoo on her arm, and she's got the sexy librarian look going with the glasses. So
Sometimes the side of the boob is a little bit more. It gives a better.
Yep.
Side bulb.
Side boob could be bigger impact than the front boob.
Mm-hmm.
and she's got a huge ass.
She's got a great ass.
I tell you what,
And
though,
you got your head all up in it.
I could walk in there, and if those are those fake glasses that don't have lenses in them, I'm kicking that bitch out.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that. There's no lenses in there.
This is fake glasses, man. This thing's driving me crazy.
I'm going to investigate this photo, and it does appear that she has no lenses in the glasses.
Yeah, she just ripped off the fucking Groucho nose. And
It's like I'm sending
yeah.
If the glasses are the only thing that's fake in the photo, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Hey, bed bugs. If she still had the Groucho mustache on the glasses, would you still hit it?
With those tits, yeah.
She's about to film a gangbang, and she needed a couple extra holes.
Gross.
She took out the lenses.
I noticed this is the part of the show when everything just starts going.
Yeah, this is when it all gets stupid.
This is when
We follow up what is usually our best part of the show, which is the guest segment, with this on purpose to derail it into a fucking abyss.
Yeah.
So, I guess moving on, whose is this, if we can't guess?
Yeah. Shout out to the air fryer. Air fry life.
That shit looks good, man.
I kind of wanted to put this in here if JC was in here, man, because he kind of slammed me on this Oscar show, so I wanted to go back at him, but he's unfortunately not here to defend himself, so it's on.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
he had a little salt going. He's like, I fucking did it years ago.
I was into that years ago. You know what? Yeah, I sampled it and made a hit song. So,
Yeah, he's an air fryer hipster.
in the world buying an air fryer right now in the realm. Okay.
I was
Now,
using
what's
the
the
air fryer
actual-
for that recipes for it.
What's the actual legitness of these things? I mean, are they doing what they're supposed to be doing?
Fucking incredible. And I don't want to go into a sales pitch right now, but it's alien
Please
technology.
do. I need one.
Alien technology, and I don't know how it happens, and I don't want to know. It just, You put it in there, you turn it on, it comes out crispy, fresh.
Well, I noticed that some of the larger ones look like the old school convection ovens, like the big glass ones.
Yeah, it's kind of on the same premise.
Is this the one that you have?
It's similar, but mine's not digital. Mine, my sister got it to me for a Christmas gift, and I said, when I told everybody I was moving to, I said, man, I'm throwing out all my appliances. I'm just keeping the crock pot. I'm keeping this, and then what did I get for fucking Christmas? I got fucking appliances. So nice. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I said, air fryer. I said, you gotta have. You be able to do wings in this, and I Googled it, and then she gave me a cookbook, and I was like, oh, you can. So I went out and I bought fresh wings, and I put it in there, 400, 10 minutes, flip them, another 10 minutes. If you want them crispier, keep them 5 after, and I couldn't believe it. You make wings in your house in a deep fryer, the house smells like Joe's fucking Crab Shack or some shit. You know what I mean? It's just, it's really bad, and it takes less of time. It's no mess, and are they fucking like quality, like going out to a joint and getting them? No, of course not. Everything you make in your home is going to be a little bit different, compared. But I tell you what, for home wings, they come out fucking killer. French fries, unbelievable.
Now, what's one of these bad boys run?
A basic model, $60.
What about like a high-end one?
100. Like this digital one here, probably about 80 to 100. Yeah, but
they're cheap.
And I got a cookbook in there, man. You can make burgers in there. People are making meals in this fucking thing.
They got fucking cookbooks for them, too.
And it's accessories. There's racks and shit that you put in there and baskets and shit. I don't know. It's fucking
butt pans. You can make a cake.
So shout out to I put regular chicken breast in there and it cooks.
And it ends up coming out crunchy like you fried it?
The longer you keep it in there, yeah.
So is your model dishwasher safe?
Yeah, it's dishwasher safe.
Not the whole thing, just the pan bugs in case you buy one.
Well, that's what I was asking.
In case you buy one.
It's like looking at the picture there, you see that button that's on like the handle, you push that button down and the tray comes out, and then the black thing underneath is just where like it sits in there, and if there's any little oil that comes from any of this product, you just clean it out and wipe it from there. But you don't put
oil. Cuts a little fat out and shit too. Then.
Yeah, you don't put the oil in there at all. It creates its own juices, and that's what's the leftover from it.
Water runoff and any fats in it.
Yeah, you put some mozzarella sticks in there, man. It's like you just hit up Applebee's at 12 o'clock at night.
I need one of these. I've heard people talk about them, but
yeah,
I need some of these too. That's pretty amazing.
I didn't know anything about this.
Carol, we need an air fryer.
It's funny. I was telling the guys in the chat when I got it, and they're just laughing at me. I'm like, I'll let you know what's up later. And I did a little fucking video of it, and I put it on Instagram, and it just everybody hit me up, and then they posted it in the fucking Facebook group, and everybody's talking about the air fryer. It's kind of cool because it's something that we discuss on the show and in the community, and it just one of those things that just catches on, and everybody's like, yeah, man, that's dope. Thank you. It's so good, and blah blah blah. It's just...
All right, now one more question about the air fryer, and then I'm done.
Fry life.
Does it like stink up the house like normal frying would, or
nothing like a normal? If you're deep frying something, this is way far. You'll still smell the shit cooking, but
you'll just smell the food and not like the oil and shit.
Yep. No splatter, no cleanup. Very easy, man.
Kara hates it when I cook bacon in the house. She hates it.
I love bacon.
You put bacon in there.
Put bacon in that thing?
Google that shit, man.
So does it basically work like a dehydrator or what?
You're gonna have to ask the guys at Roswell for that one at Area 51.
Yeah, can you make like beef jerky in that?
This definitely came off an alien crash. I'm telling you that.
Like if you're like a cannibal, can you cook people in it?
You can. I don't even want to know how it works, dude. I'm just I just call it special magic thing, and I put the food in there and I walk away.
Got dang old magic canister making up my wings.
You want to make French fries? You could put them in there and go and take a shower. You can't put French fries on your fucking stovetop and go take a shower.
Nope.
No.
It's gonna burn down like Arnold from Happy Days. Wah wah wah. You throw the towel on the fuck. It's not gonna happen.
All right.
No, that's the air fry segment of the show.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's move on.
Coming out with the Dustmightz version, has a kegerator inside with some neon lights, and it says Bluetooth compatible, so you don't need an aux cord.
Yeah,
50
and it works
air
with
fryers were just purchased.
Nice.
and it works with Google.
And it's got an app. You can fucking start the thing remotely.
That'll be awesome.
You know,
Via
there's
Bluetooth.
that's like that have that too. You could actually start your crock pot through an app.
Jesus
Crazy.
Christ.
Shit, man.
Fuck.
All right, so we actually do got some listener questions this week,
Awesome.
and one of them from an actual listener.
They exist.
With Toy Fair and Wonderfest over, which reveal needs to be set on fire, and which one need to go through a wood chipper? As asked by Andrew Gort.
See, this question is wasted because the wood chipping set on fire motherfucker is not here.
No. You guys want to save it for when JC gets back?
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, Dust, do you want to have anything specific that you hate you'd like to mention for this question since you won't be here?
With Toy Fair and Wonderfest over, which really so know which one needs to go through a wood chipper. But I really didn't see much coming out of Wonderfest other than, I think what's the biggest thing that came out of there? The RC?
Yeah.
I didn't see much coverage of that at all, to be quite honest, man.
Mm-mm.
Nothing really. It's all over the place if it did. I think Toy Fair, the Dragon Ball Z shit for Toy Fair. I know it's a Transformers podcast, but
you want to burn that stuff and the wood chipper?
yeah, it's just to make a shout out to Dan and Jay Roos, who got hugely triggered on me from me on the last show. If you haven't watched or listened,
Nice.
I heard from him since.
Damn.
Really?
I myself will be putting some of this stuff through a wood chipper and lighting it on fire.
Well, you better fucking film that and send it to me.
Yeah.
I will,
We'll trademark it.
especially the Autobot scrap.
Okay.
All right. Are these second two questions both from the same person?
Yes.
All right. So what TF series has the most developed characters? I'm going to say Zone.
Great series. Most developed. I mean, I've always thought what I thought was, character-wise, Beast Wars had the most developed characters.
I agree.
Very in
I
depth. I know a lot of people are not gonna hate that answer from me. But if you honestly take the G1 characters compared to the Beast Wars, there was a little bit more meat and potatoes with that, and I think it went from there. I mean, I don't know. I would never watch Cybertron or those other shows. I couldn't stomach that shit, but I'm sure it wasn't like it was in Beast Wars.
I think animated had the most character developed. Just it had a larger cast than Beast Wars, so that just puts ahead of it there, and just about every character in animated was fleshed out really well.
Well, since I haven't seen either, I mean, I saw one episode of Beast Wars and that was enough.
You were wrong.
I think Prime probably had the most developed. I was actually surprised how in depth and how the story stayed woven throughout the couple of seasons, and it built on itself. So I would say that would probably be the one that I'd say is the most developed characters for me.
What about you, Dustin?
I agree. I like Prime a lot, man. I don't know why I really dug that show.
I do too. If I could only have one forever, it'd be Beast Wars. As far as those two are concerned, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so moving
Sorry,
on.
guys. I was just stopping the figure banging episode.
Oh, nice.
While I'm doing the show with you, they're recording a figure banger live. Well, not recording; it's being broadcasted. So I'm trying to spin the plates. Sorry.
Oh, that's all good, man. That's actually one of my favorite shows. I love figure banging. So, all right. So, what TF series has the most underdeveloped characters? I just forgot to mention this question is asked by some fag.
Yeah, I was going to say asked by some. Nice. Undeveloped. I mean, I don't know. I've never watched the trilogy, as the Unicron trilogy shows, as they say. But
Yeah, this question feels like a setup after the first one.
Well, there was
He's trying to get.
There was a whole fucking slew of fucking shit below it that I said, I don't need to. Yeah.
Underdeveloped. I think for at the time, G1 was just exactly what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of the development from the other fictions, whether the back of the toy itself, with the files, or through the comics and whatnot. So I don't know. For the time, it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, do you think when you go back and look at it now, do you realize like, all right, this is weak, but back when you were a kid, it seemed much more fleshed out.
Of course, it was larger than life. It was huge. It was huge.
But
I started remembering things that never even happened. I'm like, whoa, that never happened. Why do I remember this? It was just my mind taking over and putting these characters into situations that were so much larger than they were.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like when you were a kid, you would love a character, and then now that I'm older and I've watched it again, they're only like 2 episodes, shit like that. It's like I don't remember them not being in all the episodes.
Shout out to Skids.
You're goddamn right.
Shout out to Skids.
You were already recognizing that they were a rare character.
Like I loved Skids, but I never had his toy when I was a kid.
Nor I.
I've actually still never handled one to this day. I have one of the reissue ones, like the ones that the Hasbro put out, and it's still mint in the box. I've never opened it.
Well, when you come to my house, you can touch my Skids.
Yeah.
I had one of the alternators that came in that MP drop that I bought, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I forgot. Isn't Fans Toys making skid marks?
No.
He's making skid marks.
Oh god.
Anybody else have any input on this?
Underdeveloped characters.
I'm gonna say Master Force.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Japanese shit because every time I try and watch it, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Even with subtitles?
Yes. Or even like dubbed.
Master Force was a tough one.
Master Force couldn't make me care about the characters enough to finish it.
Yeah. The whole I would alright, I'm gonna go with Master Force, and I know people are like, but you didn't watch it all.
And you sound just like the characters on the commercial or the television show.
How can you say Master Force if you didn't finish watching the show? That's fucking stupid all the time.
Like, I'm basically watching Master Force just waiting for the characters that I got as a kid that had no fiction to show up. Like got Genrai and shit. It's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Who's that fucking kid?
I guess I would say the rebirth from G1, just because they threw a bunch of new characters in such a short span, and it's like, how can you say that all those target masters and headmasters had character development?
Yeah.
You know what? I just realized out of all 5 of us, including myself, nobody mentioned the Bay films because I guess we're not counting them as Transformers.
No.
Oh no, not at all. I would never.
It's pretty funny that nobody actually mentioned it because nobody even thought of it when we were thinking about Transformers.
Yeah,
it asks which Transformers series, not which movies.
It's a series of movies.
There you go. He's falling out.
I'm pulling it out.
I consider the Bayverse to be like
I'm pulling that card.
To be like that cousin that's in the fucking home that nobody talks about.
You mean Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh, where is Tyler tonight?
He's not usually on unless we record on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Should we call him? Does anybody have his number?
He's working.
Yeah, somewhere going, there's something on the wing.
He's busy stuffing metric nuts into like standard sockets on the airplanes. He's over there hot gluing some wing panels. Fly the friendly skies.
Hot Wingz.
Yeah.
You guys ever been on the plane where you can actually hear them doing repairs?
No, man, I try not to do that. You ever drink with a pilot before your flight?
No, but I got drunk as fuck on the plane out to Vegas.
I bet, dude. Party time all the time.
I got lit on that thing.
All right, I think it's
so that's
time to wind
officially the
down.
end of the show. Huh? Yeah, that's officially the end of the show. Anybody else have anything they want to bring up or mention?
Thank you guys for having me on, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. It was
I
good.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Man.
being on, man. You're a great guest.
Yeah,
That's
man. I know it was a couple of weeks in the making, but I'm glad we made it work.
And thanks for
Yeah,
opening
well-
up like a Barbara Walters special.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Honestly, man, if you come out to any of these conventions or you come out to an ROC meetup or whatnot, a Skull Fest or a Cool Table Network thing, if you're with me, you'll see I'm the same way there, man. You know, everybody just thinks, oh, there's Dust, he's drinking beers and he's being that guy, but I'm that dude, man. I'll just be as honest as I am here, there as I am here, and just open up and chill.
Yep.
I
don't know why anybody would be any different than they really are.
Yeah, some people just walk a different way, man. They walk a different path,
Yep.
Dust, you hosting another party at TFCon this year?
Of course. Of course. Yeah, we are actually started our discussions for TFCon Chicago. I'm not happy about it being in Chicago because I hate fucking flying, but I'm just gonna fucking nail it. It sucks because it's a bad work time, man. It's right after an inventory, man. So I'm basically going from inventory on Thursday, which is a year-end inventory, which is a big thing in the retail business, and going there on a Thursday and either flying out Thursday night or early Friday, a Thursday night or early Friday morning to go to TFCon. So it's going to be a tough one. I would love to have been like, I'm going to go Wednesday and just chill for a couple days, then do the con, but I don't have that option this year. But yeah, we're definitely looking at room options to see if we could get another big suite like we did the last time, or even better, maybe a convention room or something. We're looking into something like that again, of course, and we're discussing what we're gonna do for the special merchandise. So
something we can make some noise in and not have people call the cops on us.
Yeah, I mean, we were good, right? We were okay.
I thought we were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we went a lot longer than we thought. Not like Hanny's room, man. Hanny's room, forget about it. Well, so somebody ratted us out for Hanny's room, so that's a different story. You can fool someone 5% of the time.
The most important question though is, how close is the nearest Chick-fil-A?
From me? From there. I was gonna say from me. It's long. Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't like Chicago because it wasn't like when we just went to Reston. There was so much shit to do around there. You could just walk out and walk around for blocks, and you find restaurants and bars and shops. If you wanted to take a break from the whole convention scene, Chicago, it's like there's nothing there, man. Well, nothing there.
I think being at this other hotel that we're gonna be a little closer to a few things.
Yeah, I heard it's like right down the block. But it's not like I venture out anyway. But I don't know. It's just you can have that option, And I think the first one was really cool. The first one that I went to when it was in what was that, in North Carolina?
Oh, Charlotte. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you could walk right across it and go to those like 5 different burger joints, or there was a fast food chicken place right there, and I like that setup. But it's not about what the food around there is. It's about the setup of like the dealer room and stuff. I didn't like the way the dealer room was set up in Chicago, and I thought what I loved about North Carolina was the bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Honestly,
with the
way the bar with the karaoke, and we had our little section outside.
Yeah, that was awesome with the campfire outside.
Yeah, that was pretty dope, man. So if somehow we could blend them all into one, it sort of be like the perfect Megatron.
Wei Zhang.
Wei Zhang TFCon.
But yeah, man, I'm getting excited, man. I'm already starting to think about it. It's gonna sneak up on us, man. It really is. So
that's my favorite weekend of the whole year. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm staying focused. We got
from now or something.
What?
Yeah. What's it, about 8 months?
From now?
Yeah.
Way to bring me down, Dustin.
Hey, man, that's something to look forward to, brah.
All right, man. I think that's about the end of the show right there, isn't it?
Why not?
Say, make sure to head out to NJCC next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Jersey Collectors. It's gonna be huge, man. Dudes, if you see how much fucking real estate we have at this show, it's insane.
Oh snap!
It's we're gonna be representing, and we're giving we put in for a door prize for them, so it's gonna be one of those the remote control Batmobiles from the Justice League.
Nice.
That joint, so that is going to be a door prize from the Realm. So make sure you hold on to your tickets, and hopefully someone in our family wins it. But Check us out there, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Hit me up for details.
Well, I guess with that, I'll take out the show. I guess good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Peace.
See ya.
Since some people are too lazy to read, here are the shout-outs. Shout out to TF and WTF Ever, the greatest Transformers and what the fuck ever Facebook group ever. Elno Customs, an international consortium of Transformers customizers and creators. Third-party TF Crashers, Yula Blamo. Hail Hasbro Reviews with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Shattercast Uncut. Bobby Skullface Reviews. Legions for the Fountain of Material. The Realm of Collectors. Figure Banging. The entire Cool Table Network. The Blackout and Shout Podcast. And of course, girls who make bad decisions with their bodies, and the fathers and or uncles that made them that way. And we wouldn't be a show without alcohol, marijuana, and coffee. The lifeblood of this program. If you liked what you heard and want more, like and subscribe. Comment and let us know what you thought. If you're on Facebook and want to join the party and become a fellow dreg, we're at TF and WTF Ever. All hate mail can be sent to tkothepodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with some more nonsense.